You're now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with Soonie and Mo. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Hey, dying on the beat.
I got so many ops.
Everywhere I go, I
got so many ops.
so many ops.
I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many glocks. Hey, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ops.
I don't know, they plotting
What's
again.
up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Don't blame me. I voted for the mean tweeter.
Hey guys. Oh, that's an awesome shirt. Shout out to Soonie. Is that like a merch shirt that people can buy if they like it?
So it
Not
is
on
a
our
merch
site.
shirt. It is a merch shirt, but I have to give a shameless plug, right? Oh, actually, their logo's on the back of this. Kaylee, I can't remember her last name, but Kaylee made this shirt. She used to be a graphic designer for Primetime Patriots.
Oh, sweet.
Primetime Patriots had some lit merch back then. I'm just saying.
That's a dope shirt. I haven't seen one like that ever.
Maybe I should
Hey.
make one.
Speaking of merch, can we talk about our new merch while we wait for people to file in here really quick?
Can we talk about our new merch?
Can we talk about it?
I don't know. Can we?
You guys, we have fire merch. We have our new Grace and Mercy line. If you haven't already seen it, we've been posting the link to it, posting pictures. It's so bomb. So bomb. And we're so proud of it because it took Soonie a lot of work to put all this stuff together. But look at this. Look at these cool. We're trying to go. Listen, we are chicks that are with fashion. And we know that what's hot right now are the neon colors, like all that little red, white, and blue. While we love our country, not everybody wants to wear red, white, and blue all the time. Sometimes people want to wear some bright colors. We want the kids to get involved. We want to be known as the cool merch line. You know what I mean? Look at this stuff. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
Somebody come look at this.
That's my favorite shirt, the Prayer Gay, the Prayer Club. And we got matching beanies, which she's going to show you in a little bit.
Yeah, we got matching beanies. We got dad hats in here. I'll be adding some more stuff. But we're going to run with this for now.
Yep.
We're going to run with this for now.
We need you guys to buy it. We need you to sell it out.
Please subscribe to our email list because when you subscribe, you get an additional 10% off and you also get special perks.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. You get discounts, you get special perks, you get special notifications.
Yeah. Look at those beanies. Show all the colors of those beanies. Get one in every color. Get one in every color.
By the way, that pink will not be on the hat. That's just how it shows up on the mock, which is kind of bothering me. I don't know why, but you don't have to worry about that. It won't be on there.
I kind of wish it would be on there, to tell you the truth. I like it.
Really?
Yeah, it kind of gives like a little spray paint effect to it. Show the white one because that's my favorite. Yeah. The yellow and the white are my favorite. But you know, like for girls, like girls that wear makeup, white is just like the worst because then our makeup gets on the inside of the beanie.
I don't have those problems.
Soonie doesn't have those problems.
I don't have those problems. Also, go make sure you get some awesome Soonie and Mo merch somewhere in the middle. Yep. Please. Thank you for all the people who did support and buy because we had a few orders come in.
Yes, we did. Actually, we had a huge order come in. Shout out to the parents of Temecula County. And by the way, I'm putting the little link up here for our website if you want to go check it out real quick before we get started with our talk. But the parents of Temecula County that are, a part of like the board meetings and the protests ordered 25 custom made shirts. So they can wear those when they go out to these board meetings and they go out to protest peacefully and fight for our kids. And it was much appreciated that they supported us in that way. So yes, and share, smash the like button, hit the share button. We see some of you guys coming in here telling us where you're watching from because we like to see that as well. So yeah, I still haven't seen Big Booty Judy come in here.
Judy at?
If she late,
where the crap is Judy?
Where the crap is Judy? I wish we could tag Judy right now.
I know. Where are you, Judy?
She must be shaking her booty in the club. Anyways, you guys, welcome to the show tonight. We're going to have a jam-packed show. It's going to be a little heavy on a certain topic. You'll know when I start to list it off. It's going to be heavy on a topic about some lightweights, if you know what I mean. Okay. So what we're going to talk about today is obviously we're going to talk about the Trump arrest. And I put arrest in quotations because I guess on paper he got arrested, but like he went right back.
He did.
He got that white privilege arrest. Okay. He went right back to Mar-a-Lago and had a party. And there were a bunch of grifting influencers there to celebrate with him. Who wanted to be seen. So, of course, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Dylan Mulvaney. And, yeah, like, if you guys haven't seen the Budweiser thing, now he's hawking sports bras for Nike, you know, all that stuff. We're going to give a Pastor Brian update because there is a Pastor Brian update. We're going to be talking about why conservatives are literally taking the middle ground when it comes to these LGBTQ issues, because it seems to be dominating the news that the alphabet soup community is literally trying to take over. Like they've already been trying to take over, but it feels excessive now. Like it just feels like it's everywhere. Like it's now in the Superman movie. I just found out Canada is about to ban any protest against LGBTQ. Like what is going on? So we're going to talk about that. Then we're going to talk about a meeting that I went to. I snuck into a liberal meeting, y'all, with the Students and Action Group. And I'm going to share some of the quite frankly, it was like frightening to see what I heard and saw in that meeting. But they were discussing how they were going to organize a school walkout with students on gun violence protesting. So we'll talk about that. And last but not least, we're going to talk about these two fake ass, like Martin Luther King looking Democrats from the Tennessee legislature that got expelled from the Tennessee legislature. The news will tell you it's because we're just this racist world, but there's another reason why they actually got.
How you get fired on your day off, bro? Like, how does that work?
Right?
This is a whole Friday moment.
Low key, I'll tell you the truth. When I saw that, I thought it was like a joke. Because what I saw was the dude with the fro talking, and I thought it was a joke.
Black power. That's what he looked like. He looked like he fell straight out the 60s.
For real, though. I was like, is this like his normal? I meant to go look him up to see if I could find him or if this was like a costume he put on. But did you hear how the other guy was talking? He was talking really slow. Like, we'll play it later. So you guys can hear it. But it was quite comical. But yeah.
Only niggas, bro. Damn.
Yeah.
Don't say that at home, folks.
We got some people. See how Mo just walked. We just ignored that.
She's gonna say it. It's okay.
Wow, we got somebody watching from London.
What up? Oh, I know that guy. What's up, Michael?
We've got a watcher from the UK. Oh my goodness.
You sound like you're from Australia.
Michael's like, bitch. Michael said, that is not how we sound, girl. Look at it. Michael Black, too, and he's from London. Okay. Black people in London. He said, free Cash Kelly. Hey, Erica family. All right.
Free cash.
Right.
Megatron in the building. What's up?
Megatron, what's up? So real quick, Soonie, I have to give you a warning. So I gave some people, I was posting a picture earlier today about my carnivore diet. And there was somebody that popped in here because I said I would answer questions about the carnivore diet. Let me answer this question really quick. And if there's any more questions that come in, we'll talk about it towards the end of the show. Question is, Mo, I had a question about the carnivore diet. Are you trying to lose weight with it or are you just to maintain? Actually, neither. I lost weight with it. I actually did it to just feel better because I watched a video with Jordan Peterson who did the carnivore diet because his daughter was allergic to literally everything, which I am not allergic to everything. But he spoke so highly of how great the diet made him feel So that's why I tried the diet. Now, I'm not saying the diet's going to work for everybody, but it worked great for me. And a great side effect was I lost weight. I also maintain losing weight even when I eat off the carnivore diet. So hope that answered your question, Ashley. Cool. What do you want to start with, Sue? What do we talk about first?
Do you really want to know?
You want to talk about your favorite subject?
Well, I got a message from one of the groups that is affiliated with Pastor Brian like 5 minutes ago. But we got to play Judy's intro.
Judy's here. She's late, but we'll play the intro. Are we playing? Are you playing? I'm playing. Who's playing it? Dang, Soonie, I got it.
Judy, big booty Judy. What? Big cutie, big booty Judy. Big booty, big cutie, big booty Judy. Stop, I wanna see you move it. Yeah, big booty Judy. Big booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's big booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's big booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's big booty Judy.
You know what I was just realizing about that video? Like, these girls were all friends and they were like, hey, come on over to my house and we're going to film a video of us shaking our asses in my kitchen. That's hilarious.
If y'all did that, oh my goodness.
Judy says she's sorry. I'm sorry, guys, for showing up late. It's all right, Judy.
Oh my goodness.
We forgive you and your big booty.
Did she really say sorry for showing up late?
Yeah.
No, she didn't. Oh gosh.
Somebody wants your shirt.
It was a lifestyle change rather than a diet. That's amazing. Somebody wants my shirt. I can put it on my website. No problem.
Do it.
Oh, I got you. Just go to the website, sign up to the email subscription list, and you guys will get notifications of when certain t-shirts drop. This will be a limited edition. I'm not going to leave it up there. But if you want this, let me know. If there's a big enough demand for it, I'll put it up there. Okay.
Don't ever say Soonie wasn't a team player.
Nobody can really say anything bad about me because I'm legitimately nice.
I know you're nice. But people do say things about you.
That's why I said legit. They can say whatever they want, but most of what they say is BS.
Right. Okay, anyways, so spill the tea on the message you got about Pastor Brian.
Here, this is what I'm going to do. See, y'all, I had this whole thing just like mapped out, planned out. I had all my stuff pulled up, and then technology was like, no, you don't. And they just logged me out of everything. So please bear with me. I have to pull all these things up. I did not lose the war with my hair. This is what happens when you're black and you have long hair and you cannot just walk outside without having an afro. I really did my hair and then it just didn't work. It got frizzy again. Leave my hair alone, Liddell, because I have some. Okay? Where your hair?
How's my hair look, Liddell? How's my hair look?
Anyways, this guy right here, Pastor Brian, is the most prolific grifter in my little 32 years of life that I have ever seen. He was able to dupe the entire GOP of California and the constituents and the voters and his peers, other political representatives that were running. So we saw a video that he put up, an ad, and I don't want to give him any more promo, so I will not be showing it. Where he had a bunch of different groups he was going to be talking about CRT with. And of course, I saw all the labels, and there was one specific label that was really blurred. So I put it in our group chat, and I'm like, guys, can you please help me find it? Shout out to Fam. Fam actually found the Instagram. So what I did was I made this graphic, put it up there, and I let everyone know he is an LGBTQ IA+++++ elemental PQRS ally, which I find to be a great threat to Black America. Not saying that it's not a threat to any other group, but I'm sorry, I'm Black, and I don't want that. I just don't. And most of us are very much so homophobic. I know we're going to get smacked for saying that, but it's the truth. We'll take this video down later. So I tagged them in it. and I posted. So the person who runs it says, now mind you, I didn't even say anything about this group. I specifically made it about Pastor Brian. You don't know me, but you have chosen to use my copyrighted logo to promote your agenda. First of all, I don't have an agenda to promote. I'm telling the truth. And I'm not promoting anything. And I can put this logo on any place I want to as long as I'm not selling anything. Please learn your laws. Let's chat at the event tomorrow if you plan to attend. I would value the opportunity to understand and learn more about your reasons behind the post. Do me a favor, though, and repost without my logo. Thank you. So I'm just going to tell you straight up right now, no, I'm not going to take the post down, nor will I be removing your logo. Your logo is on a public platform, which means that I can take that logo and smack it on whatever I want to, as long as I am not gaining any financial benefits from it. It is a public platform, ma'am. And this
That's
guy
right.
is working with you. Now, if you want to know what Dare to Empower stands for, all you have to do is go to their Instagram. Can you pull it up? Because I can't pull my Instagram up. I'm logged out.
For what's the page?
I'm going to send it to you right now.
Okay. You're sending it to me in Instagram, or you're sending it to me in WhatsApp? Okay.
Right there. Boom.
Boom.
If you look all through the page, it is sickening. It riddled with black, in my opinion, not black history, but just black people, Mexican, okay, Hispanic stuff, and then the LGBTQ stuff. And if you scroll down, you'll start to see a flag. You'll see the trans flag. You'll see the brown, the black, the
Here's
rainbow.
a little situation in Temecula.
Listen, you are pushing a narrative that I don't agree with. You are also working with a pastor who is extremely close to all of us. So, the best thing I can tell you, ma'am, is that you are more than welcome to cam up, go live, and discuss these things. But I will not be taking my post down, nor will I be removing your logo. And there's nothing you can do about it, because I said nothing about your organization. I literally talked about Lion Brian. Prison Pastor Brian. Here's the website. It's actually a national movement. They're everywhere. Let's read the first opening credits of this. Global speaker, social activism, group and private resilience life coaching, international human rights workshops, feminist cafe, social events, supporting causes that are impacting our communities.
What is this weird shit that's playing right here?
I don't know. I'm assuming that is some sort of what do you call it? Like how they express themselves by dancing.
Is this the lady that messaged you, Crystal?
Of course, you don't know. Of course, it was a chick. Only a woman would send that shit.
Well, that's the thing, is there's only women behind these weird ass movements.
Can you go down to where it says Chino Valley Unified votes in support of controversial gender?
Oh, this one?
Yeah. Ma'am, sir, ma'am, whatever you are. Can we play that, or is it not able to be played?
I think so, yeah. Oh, no, it's not. Nope.
It's not. I wish I could read it.
Let me see if I can find the video. Oops. What did it say? Chino Valley?
Chino Valley gender bill? I don't know.
Chino Valley Unified votes in support of proposed controversial gender bill.
She really thought she was going to say that, and I was going to say, okay, girl, you do not know me.
Let's see. Let's play this.
Controversial. All right.
Can you hear it?
Bill.
Eyewitness News reporter Marco Robles live here in studio with reaction from parents and students. Mark.
John Leslie, good morning. This is happening at Chino Valley Unified. A decision there could dramatically affect LGBTQ students and their parents. Last night's meeting was packed with people waiting to speak before the board.
What this fight is about, and what you're seeing such vitriol, is people want to own our kids. Nobody owns our kids. Kids belong to their parents.
The proposed state assembly bill would require schools to notify parents within 72 hours if their student starts identifying as transgender. Some say parents have the right to know. Others say it's a first step in dismantling LGBTQ rights and protections.
You, the school board, will never understand the gravity of the danger this resolution places upon transgender students. You were supposed to protect students. You were supposed to support students. You were supposed to ensure equality for each student. However, proposing this resolution does the complete opposite.
My daughter sprained her ankle so bad that she had to use a scooter to get around. I had to have a doctor's note for her to use that scooter. Are you kidding me? But yet, when my child may be confused or may not know, he's unsure, she's unsure what gender they are, all of a sudden, secrets to the parents.
After about an
Yeah, that's crazy. It's true though. Like, first of all, that's wild to me that they would think for a second to hold back information like that from a parent. That's not the school's responsibility.
Yep.
You know, like you can't even, the school nurse can't even give the kid an aspirin without
Exactly.
your permission. So how are they going to discuss their sexuality?
Kids can't even leave school grounds without you being on some sort of emergency contact list, or you were authorized by the parent to pick them up.
Yep.
But this is what I'm talking about. This is the update with Pastor Brian. Pastor Brian is dangerous. Please listen to me when I tell you this. This man has one of the most powerful political seats you can have, which is a city councilman.
Yep.
He is now aligning himself with leftist organizations such as Empower Me. I will say your name to the rooftops. They hated Jesus first. I don't care if you come after me. You could try to sue. I'm saying exactly what's on your website. He's aligning himself with these organizations and then flipping the bird to all of us who supported him and calling us racist. I'm not a white supremacist. I'm not a racist. You are pushing perversion on children. All of these organizations that we've found so far, they're all youth organizations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Mm-hmm. That's scary. It's really scary. And there's kind of an update here with Pastor Brian. I don't know if that was the update that was that the update you had?
Go ahead and give yours. This
Well,
just happened. This was like
I wanted to share, and I'll go ahead and share my screen so people can kind of read as I'm talking about it. But there was an article done in the Observer, and I want to point out here that so the article was trouble in Temecula, and it was just about the whole situation that we talked about last week. But it goes into, you know, obviously the man's name that this guy right here has now been released into the public, mainly because he has ordered a cease. They've sent out a cease and desist. Their lawyers have sent out a cease and desist letter to Pastor Brian and everybody that has been posting about this. I think they also were sending out cease and desist letters to media outlets as well. They were posting about this, but the gentleman has hired an attorney. They have several people that are now being represented by this attorney. My understanding is that the numbers have grown and grown and grown every day. There's somebody new getting in on this lawsuit, and it hasn't developed into a lawsuit first because the cease and desist is the first step. But one of the gentlemen that I am in contact with, one of the parents, they met last night with the lawyer because they're all meeting on a regular basis. And you guys, I want to stress this to you. This gentleman right here that has been brought into this, his family has been brought into this. They're being harassed. Okay. He is in such a bad mental state. Now, I didn't get the details on how bad his mental state is, but it's bad. His wife and him did not show up to the meeting yesterday. Yesterday, they only had 8 people there. They normally have 20 people there. He's going to be sharing my contact info with his wife so that maybe I can talk to her a little bit, but they're not doing well. And this is terrible, you guys. Like, their family has been dragged through the mud amongst everybody else that's involved in this that has also been dragged through the mud. And Pastor Brian is just gloating about it. He's proud of what he's done to these people. He's proud of the hurt that he's causing. And I don't understand why that is. I don't understand it. And he lies. He gets online and lies and says, I'm not afraid of any cease and desist letter. And the sheriff's office has cleared me. They have told me that is a complete lie. If he has gotten the impression that the sheriff's office has cleared him, it is maybe them trying to shoo him away because they can't really talk to him because they haven't even presented the package yet to the sheriff's office on what it is they're charging him with, right? Or they're suing him for. So don't be fooled by his arrogance because he is extremely arrogant. Now he's not talking about it as much right now because he can't. But look what he's doing now. Now he's making sure that everybody knows who he's aligned with.
Yep.
Where he stands.
If you guys are in the Temecula area, you should show up. You don't have to go there to cause a scene. Don't go there with your emotions flared. Don't go there looking for a fight. You go there as a concerned parent, a concerned citizen, and you make your voices heard just like they are. This is how they get away with this stuff. They spend so much time in a lot of these meetings talking amongst themselves, right? And we're always on the defense. We're never on the offense going like Mo. It's a great offensive move. I'm going to go into this. I'm going to listen to hear what they talk about. And I'm going to come back out and let people know, look, this is a narrative. This is how you get around it.
Yeah. If you guys want to,
combat it.
if you guys, I think that's a great suggestion that Soonie made is if you guys want to support these parents, number one, follow their page. Number two, share their stuff. But reach out to them, message them and say, hey, I live within the vicinity and I'd love to come out and support you guys. They'll tell you what they're doing and how you can support them. So definitely reach out to we_the parents_TV_USD_public. And please support these people. What I also wanted to share with you was as a result of my connections with these people, I gained some insight, and we talked a little bit about it on the last show. She's going to come on?
Allegedly.
Awesome. Okay.
She just followed me.
Awesome. But I joined a meeting with a group that was planning with students or organizing a school walkout, and it was gonna I think they were trying to have it on the 8th, but basically in the meeting they were telling the students, whenever you guys can stage a walkout in your school, they were having this call to show them how to do it. Okay. Oh, she's in here.
Yeah. She just
okay.
joined.
Let's bring her up, and I'll pick this topic up later.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Sweet.
What's her name? Crystal Reyna.
Crystal.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Crystal. How are you?
Good evening.
How you doing?
Good evening.
I'm good. Tired, but yeah.
It's all good.
I'm a mama. I take care of my disabled husband, and yeah, out there doing my own work. So yeah, but thanks for having me here.
Thanks for joining.
Welcome.
Most people are not willing to get up here and even talk.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you see, I don't understand all that because in my view, how do we come to, a place where we can have understanding if we don't talk?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Right?
I agree.
Right? I like to teach my own children in my own house that everyone's entitled to their opinions and their positions. The goal should be to understand where someone else is coming from. We all have our own story. We all have our own reasoning. We all have our own backgrounds, but it's understanding one another. That's important to me. And that's one of the reasons why I'm participating tomorrow is because I want to hear what people have to say.
What are you in that event tomorrow that they're holding?
Yeah, the one that's in Temecula. I was brought in because I'm also a member of the National Organization for Women. Mm-hmm. And I don't know Pastor Brian very well. Mm-hmm. I just know him from all the viral videos, which I even shared. I was there that day, but I was, again, in the space so that I could hear what was going on, because I'm hearing all kinds of stories flying around. And before I jump on that bandwagon, I want to hear from my own ears what's going on without somebody else's twisted view of it,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
tell us your side. Like you run this site or this organization. Tell
Mhm.
us about it. What is it that we need to
Sure.
know that we're not very clear on?
Okay. So I have a foundation called Dare to Empower. I started it with my son, Joshua. He this we've been doing this stuff for like 10 years. Back when he was in junior high school, he was bullied. And he was bullied to a real extreme where he was actually assaulted by other students, and the school didn't want to do anything about it to help us to just make sure that my son could be going to school and be free of harassment and be safe. And when it got to the point where it turned to violence, I decided, you know what? We're not going to sit here and just cry about it. We're going to do something about it. We need to let people know that that you're a human being too, with feelings, and they don't know where you come from or what your background is or what our family has gone through, but let's share where we're coming from. So we put a whole musical production behind that. My son's a professional dancer. I'm a former actress and dancer myself. And so the way we wanted to connect with students was through the music and then open the conversation, because the goal of my foundation is to bring bullying awareness and suicide prevention. So I am a resilience life coach. I don't just work within the LGBTQ community, which is, I think, a misconception, because like even when I saw the flyer, I was like, that post, I was like, wait a minute. Somebody's misunderstanding like where I'm coming from. So my work is more in the bullying awareness and suicide prevention. I work to engage students in conversation. Share your story. Let people know where you're coming from. And then they can go and they can form their opinions and have whatever it is, because we can't control what somebody else believes, but at least let them know where you're coming from and open those conversations. So that's what I try to do. That's the work that I do.
So I'm sorry, I may have missed it, but why was your son bullied? What was he bullied over?
He was a dancer, and right away the students were bullying him because he didn't fit the mold that they felt that he should. It wasn't until he was much older that he came to me and said that he's gay. Now, as a mom, I don't wish that on anyone. I've watched what my son goes through, and I've witnessed firsthand the hateful attacks at him. People from my own church have attacked him and have attacked me for supporting a child that I created. I created him. He came out of my body. I did not choose for him to follow that path. And what I wholeheartedly believe as a Christian woman, our Lord is the only one that has the right to pass any judgment on anyone. There is going to be a day when my son has to answer for this life that he lived. And that's for him to have to go through. I don't promote anybody following the gay lifestyle, any of that. Because that's not my place to sit there and and say, hey, go into this world and open yourself up to hate. I mean, I had hopes and dreams for my child to, have a family and, in traditional family. It broke my heart when I found out that he feels, that he's gay. And because even for me as a parent, my hopes and dreams went out the window, but I love my child. I love him.
Right.
So I will support him in, going out there and sharing love with everyone and acceptance. But there's no way that I can stand here and say that, hey, that you guys should go and expose yourself to all of this. That hurts. And that's what I'm trying to avoid, is that hate. I just don't want to see the hate happen.
I mean, I can understand that as a mother, for sure. I mean, I'm a mother too. And, if I was in that position, I mean, I can't say I would handle it exactly like this. I would probably try to get down to the bottom of why my child feels they're homosexual, and try to help them through that, and overcome that. Because I think, if you're a Christian, your job is to overcome feelings like that. You have to overcome that. Let me ask you a question. So this picture that I have
Sure.
pulled up, you
Huh?
say here in the caption, that these are your daughters. Is your son not in this picture, or is your son?
No, my son's not in those pictures.
Okay,
No, that's
okay,
my daughter. My daughter is standing right next to me. And
okay,
then
not
the other person is my friend and her daughter.
okay. Got it. So your son is gay. He's not transsexual.
Oh
He's
no.
gay. Okay,
No, he's
okay.
gay. He's
And
gay.
how does he feel about you doing this? Like, was he all for this? Like, he wanted, so for in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, he was bullied. He probably just wants
Hmm.
to like crawl under a rock and hide. And instead we like made a whole website like talking about
Yeah.
it.
So in the beginning, he was challenged by all those feelings. I mean, it was a horrible time in his life. And to see my son so broken, it killed me inside.
Mhm.
But it was through the sharing of what his experience was that I met so many other families and children who had their own stories, not just bullied because, they were gay. I don't just work, like I said, within that community. I have people who are part of my organization who were bullied just because, it could be the color of their skin, or it could be the clothes that they wear, or assumptions about where they came from. In fact, I have one gal who has been a part of my organization from the start. She was bullied in junior high school, and the kids would make fun of the clothes she would wear. Well, she had a story behind her also. She was living with her grandma and had to live with hand-me-downs. But what the students didn't understand is that just weeks before her bullying situation happened, she went home to find her mother dead on the floor.
Mhm.
And then having to go through this bullying and not have her mom there to help her, and then knowing that she was all alone. Those are the stories that I want other people to understand, is that you don't know what someone else might be going through.
Mhm.
You know, it if you would just take the time to listen and have a conversation and understand, nobody's saying you have to agree with it, but just listen to understand instead of just coming right out and condemning somebody.
Yeah. Let me just say this one thing, and then I'm going to let Suni in on this, because I know she probably has some questions.
Okay.
But I want to connect with you because you seem like a person who likes to connect, right, on
I
something.
do. I do.
So my daughter was also bullied. My daughter's not gay or anything like that,
Hmm.
but she was bullied in middle school for something that she actually did. She posted or didn't post. She shared inappropriate pictures of her body with somebody who she didn't know, and that person
Oh.
spread it all over the school, and she was bullied because of it. It caused her so much anxiety because these
Hmm.
days social media is such a
Yes.
powerful thing and can
Hmm.
be so bad for the children because it's just nonstop all day every day. It got
Hmm.
to the point where she actually tried to commit suicide, and I got a call
Oh my
from the school that she had
God.
cut her wrist in the school bathroom and was laying
Oh
there
God.
bleeding on the school bathroom floor. Okay,
Hmm.
so we connect there because I understand the desperation to help
Hmm.
your child, right? I went through the
Yes,
same emotions
absolutely.
that you went through, and
Hmm.
I this was the interesting part, and this was the realization that I had, was in the very beginning, I kept looking at it like, what do we do to fix this? Like, how do we make this better? It was
Hmm.
embarrassing. It was embarrassing for
Hmm.
her. It was
Uh-huh.
embarrassing for me because I felt like I had failed as a mother, right? Like, what did I do wrong? And I kept making it about me. Like, it was my
Are you there?
mission.
I
Yes,
lost you
we're
for a
here.
second.
Yeah, I'm here. I kept making it about me, like it was my mission to fix her, right? To fix her problem. And I thought about it, and it took a long time and a lot of conversation with her. And then I said to myself, and I said to her, we cannot sit in this moment and feel sorry for you, right? I can't sit in this moment. What happened to her? She dropped out?
I don't know.
Maybe she'll come back. Um anyways, I'm going to continue with the story because I hope she's listening. But I didn't sit in the moment and say, you know, I'm going to build a website for you, about whatever issue it was. And we're going to just keep calling attention so you don't feel alone, right? Because what she did was wrong. And a lot of people actually told me, like, oh my God, she made a mistake. You shouldn't beat her up. And yes, I didn't beat her up, but I did say there are consequences. There are consequences for your actions, Gabby, and you have to take responsibility and understand that you made a choice to do what you did, and this was the consequence. It wasn't a right thing for people to do to bully you. I'm not supporting that, but you have to understand that you have full control of this moment. So you can either choose to stay here or you can choose to get better, right? So I say that and I share this with Crystal because I want Crystal to maybe understand that I, as a parent, handled my situation a little bit differently. And my daughter is thriving now. She's doing great. We never had another issue again, and she never made that mistake again. I'm not going to sit here and say that, condemn your son for feeling gay, but I am going to be a little critical of you, Crystal, and ask you, do you really think that this is about helping your son? Or do you think that this is about making you feel better, like you're helping him? And by helping him, you're feeling better about yourself as a parent. Because the first thing I would think if my child came and told me I was gay was, oh my God, where did I fail?
I don't know what's going on with my camera, so I apologize, but
That's
I have
okay.
the sound, so hopefully you can hear me. Yeah, and I respect your manner of parenting. I just took a different approach. And for me, it's always been about using our circumstances to help other people. So, yeah, I did go through a lot of emotions about him being gay, and I have gone through exactly that, wondering, like, where did I go wrong, or what did I do wrong, or what did I miss, because I thought I had covered all the steps, and that it was a shock to me. And I actually went through like a mourning period because I didn't know anybody who had a child who was gay. Now I
Mhm.
do. Now
Mhm.
I know quite a few parents. And I don't promote the lifestyle. I don't promote that or wish that on anyone. But my son is an adult now. He's now 26.
Mhm.
He's an adult now, and he is his own actions, you
Mhm.
know? So I am, but again, he is my child, and I'm not going to turn my back on my child, even if I disagree with any choices that he has made in his life.
There's a question up on the screen. How's his relationship with his father? What does his father say about all this?
Okay, so daddy wasn't in the picture. So dad left the picture when he was just a baby. So I raised Joshua as a single mom for the first 6 years of his life. Dad kind of came and went. It was more of, he was in Joshua's life when he had a new girlfriend and wanted to use Joshua as, like, oh, look, my beautiful son. But then that only went on for so long, and then he disappeared for a while. And he didn't come back into Joshua's life until Joshua started really having success with his career in music and performing. And then now he's in his life, and he does know that he is gay, and he's accepting of him as his son. It was, when I've had conversations with his dad about this, his dad not love him and turn my back on him. Doesn't mean I have to agree with him. Same view as I do. We don't have to agree, but we're going to still love him just like we love our other children.
Mm-hmm.
So
Soonie?
Joshua's dad and I we only had Joshua together. I have 3 other kids with my current husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
Soonie's going to ask you some questions. She's mulling over them right now.
Okay. No problem. No
I don't know
problem.
I don't know if you can see the screen or the questions or anything like that.
No.
I'm not Mo. Like Mo, I'm more blunt. So I
Okay.
want to prepare you for that. I'm an
problem.
extremely blunt,
Hey.
direct person.
Right.
I looked on your page
Mhm.
before I put anything up.
Mhm.
I have a problem with any LGBT organization having anything to do with Black people or Black history. We can start there.
With my organization, like participating in the event tomorrow.
I don't see what any of that has to do with CRT. Like what?
Well, my organization doesn't just deal with anything or only subjects like LGBTQIA plus. That's not the only thing that I work within. I work in the bullying circle. That's my focus, is the bullying circles. Maybe from my website you kind of get a different picture, only because it's a work in progress, but that's not the only area that I focus attention on. My goal is to support children and their families through difficult circumstances. So the work that I do is not just with the child, it's with the parents too. And I don't work with any child who hasn't come to me with their parent. In other words, I don't work around without letting parents be involved.
Okay.
That's not my place. They're the parents.
I would have to definitely push back, because right here on your page, you are in direct opposition of parents knowing anything about their kids even being out. You don't even feel like the school should have to alert the parents.
No, that's not what my post is about. No, here is my position.
So you're in support of this?
No, here's my position. Let me tell you what my position is. My position is, has anybody considered that these kids and it doesn't even have to be just LGBTQ, okay? It could be a kid who's having maybe some other mental health issues, okay? Has anybody considered what that household, how it may be run, how those parents may be conducting their household?
It's none of your business.
I don't think it's a school's business either.
But
because that's the parents' business.
But the school, but the bill is giving the school all the power.
That's the problem. Is what I do, what I have with my children in my own home is my business. And if I don't know enough about my child's life, then I'm the problem. The parent's the problem. The parent should have more involvement in their children's lives. I certainly don't want some outside person reaching out to me to tell me about my kid. I should already know.
No,
and on the flip side of that, because I deal with these kids, some of these kids who come to me in the session because they're having other behavior issues, in the session will tell me that they're having, that they have these thoughts. Knowing their parents, I'm like, oh gosh, I know that there is, the verbal abuse happening.
Right. Like you're monologuing.
Abuse.
That is none of your business. What I do in the house hold on, I let you talk and you just completely cut me off. I don't care what profession you have. You just sat up here and said, that is my child.
Mm-hmm.
I carried him.
Right.
So parents are saying the same thing to y'all. These are my children. You don't get to tell the school that it's wrong for them to tell me what's going on with my child. If my kid is coming to the school and displaying whatever symptoms they are, I have every right to know. That's my child.
Okay. And I'm not saying that a parent doesn't. That's where I think there's a misunderstanding here. I think that, and this is my opinion, that just like we have to sign for our child to participate in any activity, any sport, be, filmed or whatever, I think a parent should make that choice whether or not they want to be notified about this sort of thing. I'm not going to stop a parent from doing their duty as a parent to protect their own child. That is
But that's
not my
what this
position
bill is
at all.
talking about. Let's
Well,
be honest.
that's the problem, though. So this is where my work comes in. We have these children who come from these abusive households. Okay, we have a problem with parents who aren't parents. So those are the
According to your
kids that I
metric.
have a concern with.
Right.
Because if the school calls those parents, right, a parent who has like no idea how to parent to begin with, and then they
Who are
call
you to
that
say
parent
they
and say,
have
hey,
no
this is
idea how to parent to begin with because they don't want to accept their child being homosexual or
oh no
transgender?
that's not even the point. No.
So then what do you
No,
mean?
I'm not saying, when I say parent, they don't even know how to parent to begin with. You as a parent are responsible for that human being that you brought into this world. You as a parent should be involved enough with your children to know where they're at in their thought process, in their
This makes no
growth,
sense.
and their development as a human being. The problem is we have parents who are going to parent from a position of abuse.
Abuse how?
What is abuse? Define
Expand on
abuse.
abuse. How are they abusing those kids?
Physical
And how
abuse,
do you know?
verbal abuse, verbal abuse, and then you have kids who are already borderline thoughts of suicide, and it's that is going to be a trigger for them to just go over the edge. I think there needs to be more intervention in place to be able to help these families if they desire the help. In no way am I saying don't do anything about it. What I'm saying is we need to think this through a little bit more and put some more parameters in place so that we can make sure we protect these kids from these abuses.
Okay, you would consider my household abusive, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't physically lay a hand on my children. I've never touched my kids.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what we do in this house?
What's that?
This is my house.
Mm-hmm.
I pay these bills.
Yeah.
I put clothes on your back. I provide a roof. My rules apply. Period.
Yep.
Point blank. There
Not
is no homosexuality in here.
Uh-huh.
I don't care if you want to express yourself. Right?
Right.
There is no my son dancing or painting nails. That ain't going down in here.
Right.
And by your metric, because that ain't going down in my household, and I'm not bending my will to my children or conforming to their limited understanding of this world.
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying at all.
But that's what this bill is saying,
because
ma'am.
In my household, I have kids who have to live by my rules, by what I say is acceptable or not acceptable in my house. And if you don't like it, well, there's the door, and go have a nice life trying to figure it out. Right?
So that's not abusive to you.
That's not abusive to me. I don't threaten my kids. What I'm talking about are the threats.
So then answer the question. If that is not abuse and it's normal parenting, why the crap do you have a problem with the school reporting to the parent about their child?
That's not my problem.
But that's what you listen.
No,
I read the bill.
You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. You're trying to put words in my mouth, and that's not at all what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is you have those families and those kids that come from households where there is abuse. There is abuse. You can't deny that abuses don't happen in households. Not every household, protects their children like yours, like mine.
But okay, I'm going to stop for a second. So here's the thing. Okay. What it should be is that they tell the students, the student comes to them and says, I think I'm gay. I think I'm trans.
Yeah.
And the school says, okay, is there a fear at home that you can't share this with your parents because you think you're being abused? And the child says, yes. Okay. That's when you involve the authorities, and the authorities can do a wellness check and blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
But what I don't like is that there's literally people that just want to say, no, it's the school doesn't need to tell the parents.
Oh, no. That's not my position at all.
But that's what the bill is.
That's what the bill is.
But that's what the bill is. We're not asking what your position. We want you to understand what you're fighting for. Like, this is what you're fighting for. You're fighting for exactly what we're telling you.
As long as there's verbiage that says that there is protections in place for these kids to have some outside resources brought in, if there is a fear in that child's mind of what could potentially happen at home, and you have professionals who work in that field and doing their investigation, then
I'm good with it.
But
I just don't want to see, and then maybe I'm misunderstanding the bill. And there's education that needs to go along with that.
yeah, because
Right? Okay.
a kid in this day and age that has adults telling
Mm-hmm.
them if your parents don't accept you, they don't love you, that's abuse. That's going on. Let's not pretend
Oh,
like
no,
it's not.
I
Okay.
agree that
So
that's going on,
so
but that's not
like
where I
she
come
said,
from.
if that kid went to the office and said, "Hey, I'm experiencing this," right?
Uh-huh.
And then
Mm-hmm.
that teacher says, "Well, are you afraid of abuse?" And that kid says, "Yes." What if that parent has never hit the child, does not verbally abuse them? Now you have the system involved with these
Yes,
children, and we
I
already know
agree.
what happens in the system. So
Oh, yeah,
why
I know.
advocate for this bill? That's what this bill is doing, and that's what you're promoting indirectly, directly. It's what you're promoting.
So,
and it's
go ahead.
upsetting to me. It's upsetting to me, Crystal, that
Mhm.
you don't know everything there is to know about this bill, because you posted about it. I'm looking at your post, and
Uh-huh.
you posted this article, and then your comment was, "Now watch the suicide rates of young people skyrocket. If you don't work in the space or know a young person who would be affected, you have
Yep.
no business creating legislation like this." Legislation like what, if you don't know what the legislation
So when I
says?
reached out to the gentleman who wrote that bill, I asked, have you done any research to see what something like this would do if a school doesn't follow protocol and check to make sure that this student isn't going to be put in harm's way? His response was, I don't need to do that. That's not my job. How is it not your job? That's a problem for me. Now, if he just said that just to
who was
poo-poo
the
me away,
person?
that's one thing. But you need to make sure that within the bill that there are protections in place for, like I said, these students that come from families where there is abuse. And I am of the position as a mother. I need to know what's going on with my kids. That's why I am heavily involved with my children. Heavily involved. But at the same time, I don't want my child to go down a path that they shouldn't be going down. Right? I need to, it takes a village, right? It takes all of us working together to support these kids, because you know what? There are people out there that do want to cause harm to children and want to promote their own agenda onto these kids and imprint it. And that's not what I'm trying to do. Not at all.
So,
and the CRT thing, the reason why I'm involved with that is that there is racism running rampant in these areas where the CRT stuff's happening. Now, is that the fault of all these kids? No, I think it's a lot of it has to do with the parents' spin on what these CRT bans do and don't do.
So,
and what? Go ahead, Soonie.
Before we get into that, I've got one question.
Sure.
You said you don't promote homosexuality, correct?
I'm not trying to promote homosexuality.
Okay.
No.
I am a believer. I read my Bible. I'm well versed in it.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know, what flag are you taking back? Because this had nothing to do with homosexuality and everything to do with God's promise. You're not promoting it. You keep telling me you're not promoting homosexuality. But then I look at your page and I see that you are give our flag back. The rainbow flag is not homosexuals.
No, that wasn't even my post. That's not my. I didn't create that, but I put it on my page. I shared it. Yeah, I shared it.
But that's you promoting.
But you're dancing around what I'm saying. You're telling me you don't promote it, and then I'm sitting here looking at you post.
Hold on. My keys are in my bag right there. Sorry, I was interrupted.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be fair, because you entered the comment section and said, "Hey, you're more than welcome to come up here." I'm being fair.
Absolutely.
But I feel like you're insulting my intelligence right now. Like you're talking to me as if I'm not looking at your page, riddled with LGBTQ stuff, riddled with things that are in direct opposition of what CRT would even stand for.
Well, I'm not blending. I'm not trying to blend my work in the LGBTQ community with anything to do with the CRT. That's not why I'm involved with that. Because like I said, have many different areas that I work in, and the main focus of my organization is stop the bullying and prevent suicide.
Stop the bullying by giving our flag back that wasn't originally yours to begin with. What do you know about CRT?
Do you know what that flag, what the whole situation is around the
I
Huntington
know what the promise
flag
represents. I sure do. I don't give a crap about what any gay person has to say about it. I know what my Bible says.
Okay.
And my Bible says that promise was a sign. It was a covenant between God and man that he would never flood the earth again. That's what it says.
And for me, when I see a rainbow in the sky, it reminds me that there is a higher power in control of everything that happens in our life. And that
Which
is
has
the purpose.
nothing to do with homosexuality.
Right. But I'm not
Thank you.
making it about, I'm not the one
Yes.
so focused on the homosexuality part. I promoted that post. Yes, I did. Because I think
There's several.
everybody has a right to have their opinions. I'm not, that grown
That's
adults
not an
out there
opinion.
doing
That's
that.
give our flag back. This is a petition for Huntington Beach City Council
Right.
to return the pride flag to the LGBTQ community. That is a slap
To
in the
fly it
face.
again. To
It's
fly.
not, but
Yep.
it's not. Listen, we're not even going to get caught up on semantics. The flag has nothing to do with homosexuality. You keep telling me you don't promote homosexuality, so we can move on to CRT because this is
Okay,
an
let's
event
do
you're
that.
going to be a part of.
Yep.
Are whites inherently evil?
No.
Then why are you supporting CRT?
I'm not. You're missing it. Absolutely missing it. I am going to, yeah, I am going to this tomorrow to say that the students have a right to have an opinion about what they believe in and what they don't believe in. They're not going to be there without their parents' permission, I would hope, or their parents standing by their side. But to silence them from using their right to speak out is not acceptable.
That's not what that is, ma'am.
What do you mean?
No, that's not what's going on. CRT has nothing to do with children being able to voice their opinions. That's not what CRT is.
Do you know what we're doing tomorrow? What the purpose of tomorrow is? It's not about the CRT.
It's not?
No, it's about opening a conversation and having a community conversation with parents and students to hear them out about a number of issues, not just CRT.
What
So
else?
CRT
What are the
may
other
come up,
issues?
but I'm not going there. My purpose in this whole thing is not to say yes or no to the CRT. My purpose is to lay it out. We need to come together. We need to have an open discussion and understand where everybody is coming from. Will we actually get there? I doubt it, but we can try.
You know what's crazy? So I was looking up the statistic on suicide rates in the gay community, and it's almost doubled, which is amazing. It's almost doubled since last year, actually since 2020. And with all of this acceptance and flag waving and everybody loves everybody and you can be whoever you want to be and choose your gender, it's amazing to me that these kids or adults or whoever seem to be getting sadder and sadder. So, that brings me back to my question that maybe you need to really look at your page and ask yourself what it is you're really accomplishing. Seriously.
I appreciate that feedback. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because as I sit here with the two of you and I'm hearing your positioning, I'm seeing what you're gathering from what I have on my page. And it's not even like covering everything. So I do have to modify what I have on there because there are other things that need to be talked about. Absolutely.
Because here's the thing. So me and Soonie are very different. I have a lot of gay friends and they don't lead with being gay. And that's why they're my friend. They're just my friend. They're my friend because they're good people. I don't see rainbow flags on their house. They don't, if they're in a relationship, they don't flaunt it, that they're gay. They have respect for the fact that, I'm in a heterosexual relationship and, that type of thing. And Soonie, on the other hand, she just doesn't dabble in that at all.
And that's
So
great because for your show's purposes, it's great to have two
yeah,
people who have, two very different approaches.
right.
And that's how we have these discussions. So
But
if
I
I
want
can
to
just
say
tap into
this.
what you just said,
Sure.
let me I'm sorry. Let me just say this about my family. My son is gay. Okay.
Hmm.
But in my household as a whole, I don't raise my kids, my teens right now are not in the same place where my son is. He's an adult, has a right to live his life as he sees fit, whether I agree with it or not.
Hmm.
But in my household, when you are with me, I don't care if you are straight or gay. I do not want to see on the street people hanging on each other. That's just where I come from.
Hmm.
If you what you like is your business, just like what I do is my business. So I am with you on that. I have people that I know and people that I'm close.
Yikes, we lost her again.
Can you
She's
hear me?
back. She's
Yeah.
back.
Hello.
Yeah, we
Can
hear
you
you.
hear us?
You sound like you're underwater, so sorry.
You have to
I
refresh.
don't know if I'm okay.
Just
Yeah,
refresh it.
refresh your. Are you on your phone?
I am on my phone.
Oh, that's why. That's why.
Okay, so let me see if I can connect it to my house Wi-Fi.
Because if you can join from a computer, it'd probably be better.
I'm not set up to that. I don't do a lot of the social media stuff and all that. I do everything in person. So I
Yeah.
apologize. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm with you on that. What somebody does in their bedroom is their business.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not for everybody else to be a part of. So that's where I come from as a mom and how I raise my children. If you were to meet my son walking down the street, you wouldn't even think twice about who he is, what he is. And we don't lead with that anyway. Just like in my household, we don't lead with race or religion or any of that. We look at people for the people, who they are.
But again, man, I'm going to encourage you to look at your page and really look at it objectively, because that's not the message you're sending. That is
I
not the
appreciate that
message you
feedback.
are sending.
Yeah.
And you need to be careful of that, because remember, like, one of the main things that group stands for is like, what is it? Love everybody. And, show what the thing is that you're completely isolating your son and yourself by saying, this is all I care about is rainbow flags and gay
Oh,
community
no,
and
no, no,
trans
no.
rights and all this other stuff. No, you
No.
say no, but your social media says different. It's
You see, but I don't lead with
like,
my social media. I think
yes,
that's the part that I'm not like totally up
Well,
to speed on, because I do a lot of communicating in person. That's
get
where
all
I
that.
do a lot of my work.
I get all that, but you have an
Yeah.
organization. And when you give somebody your organization website, all I see is gay, gay, gay. Now, I am sure if we were to bring your son, and we actually invited him to come on here, but I guess he's at work. If we were to bring your son up here, he would undeniably tell us you love him as any mother would love him. Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm almost willing to bet that if we asked him, would you think your mom loved you even less if she didn't have all this gay pride stuff on her page and have a website, or she didn't start this organization? Would that mean that she didn't love you any less? I'm sure he would say no. So I'm going to tell you, mother to mother, and I can hear it in your voice, that I feel like this is more about you, like almost like a virtue signal to the world that, you're supporting of, your gay son and his lifestyle and this, that, and the other. I feel like this is you crying out to the world that there's nothing wrong with your son. And this is why. And I get that. I get that from the bottom of my heart as a mother. I understand the need to do that. But I don't think, I'm sorry, my cat's in the way.
That's
I
okay.
don't think that is really helping. I really don't.
Well, so since we're in this conversation about
We lost her again?
I think so. She can come back. Amen.
I mean, she's a nice lady, but I think she's kind of in denial. Like, I really do. I think she's in denial, and I'm just trying to like connect with her on the fact that I understand that if she was not happy about her son being gay, I can understand like the shock that that created in her, and this is how she's dealing with it, and I just don't think that this is a good way to deal with it. You know? It's weird because she still shows like she's on the screen.
Yeah, I don't see her.
Let me remove her. If I hit remove, will it like not
No,
allow her
don't
to
do
come
that.
back?
Just let her come back on her own.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, look, man. This is where people like me get frustrated
Yeah. And have no
because
tolerance. Mm-hmm.
you're insulting my intelligence like I don't see what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just being honest, look, I do promote it. And my son is gay. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna promote it because my son just come out and say it.
Right.
Stop making it seem like we're crazy. Because I
Mm-hmm.
know for a fact if we wanted to institute a Christian class, Christian theory, if we wanted to put some patriotic stuff, these people would be in direct opposition because they would feel like we're indoctrinating their kids, bro.
Right.
The fact that you don't want parents involved and you're trying to label them as abusive if they don't want to accept that shit is absurd. How do you complain about the system and then willingly sacrifice children that are not even yours to the system because they came and told you a sob story about their parents not accepting their homosexuality?
Mm-hmm.
My
Yeah.
kids are privileged as crap. Mo, you speak to me. You're the closest person to me.
Yeah.
My children travel the world. I don't hit them. I barely yell. I have to say stuff 5 and 6 times because they get away with so much.
Mm-hmm.
And because I don't want to accept their homosexuality, you have the right to go report me.
You're right. That's crazy.
Are you kidding me? You're
That's
asking.
crazy.
You are asking for something to happen to you when you start barking up the wrong tree. That's when Mama Bear pops out, bro. Y'all need
Yeah.
to leave people's children alone.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, Ashley, it's probably because you're joining from a platform like Facebook or something like that. So you may want to join on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, you're probably on it.
Oh,
Oh,
there
she's
she
back.
is. She's back.
Welcome back.
You there, Crystal?
Oh, she left again.
Crystal's in and out, man. She's just like but you know what? I do want to say this. I'm happy that we're having a conversation. Like finally we find somebody on this side that I can actually have a conversation with.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot. You know what I mean? Like she's not just somebody who's like posting for the movement and she's not really connected to it. Like she's got somebody that she cares about, she loves, that is involved in this. And I'm happy that we can at least connect on that. We can hear each other out. Are you back, Crystal?
I'm back now. Sorry.
Okay.
You're all good.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. I forget what you were saying.
I don't even know what I was saying. Sorry.
Yeah.
But hey, I would absolutely love to have you all engage with Joshua, my son.
Yes.
And get his take because I can only speak from a mother's perspective. He's the one in it. So maybe we can bridge that and have that happen because this way you can get his perspective from where he's coming from.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question though.
Go ahead.
Would you be opposed to any Christian conservative classes being offered in public schools?
Christian conservative with parent consent.
With parents. So the parent would have to know it. Hold on. Oh, I got you. So the parent would have to know.
Right. Just like I said earlier, if at the beginning of the school year, when we sign all those thousands of pages, when we're registering our kids, we sign away, write the photograph and all of that. If that is something that the parents want their kid involved with, then that's the parents' choice. Yeah.
Crystal. Okay, I'm just going to prepare you.
Okay, go ahead.
Soonie's about to go in now.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I opened myself up to it. Go ahead.
You just fell into a trap. All right, go ahead.
You want parental consent when it comes to this, but parental consent on the other half, which is just letting the parent know what's going on with their kid, that's far too dangerous because they could potentially be abusive.
I think that you've kind of missed it a little bit. What I said was,
Clue me
go
in.
back to it.
Please clue me
I'll
in.
say it again.
I will kick. Look, let's go.
If the law was in place that said, yes, we parents have to be notified of this, and that law includes some protections for these children who, and not all children come from this, okay, but those children that come from the abusive household, and there is laws in place that are going to protect those kids, a little buffer there, then I could support it.
The same system that you find to be white supremacist.
The same system to be white.
You want
supremacist.
protection from the same place, the state, the Fed, the same institutions that you call racist. You want it to now protect. That makes no sense.
What are you saying that I am where I'm not making sense? Help me understand what
I'm
you're
going to
saying.
hop out on a limb and make assumptions on your worldview. You believe white supremacy is real? Yes or no?
I believe that there is racism that happens.
Is systemic racism real?
No, I think that it exists, but I don't think that it is everywhere. I don't think that everyone's views are extreme. I can't put everybody into a basket and say, just because you believe a piece of this, that you're that. That's
not what I'm asking.
Not at all.
You're skirting around my question. Does systemic racism exist?
I think that the racism does exist.
Does systemic racism exist?
I think it does exist in some areas, yes.
Why wouldn't it exist in this very same scenario you're talking about?
In what? The
protections that you want the systemic racist institutions to implement.
Well, you see, that's where I'm saying if we have a way to do the research and put the laws in place that protect everybody across the board, not just the white child, not just the black child, not just the brown child, all the way across the board, and we do that work, then we can come to some mutual understanding and a place that we can actually, I feel, get work done and move forward.
Does that already exist?
In some places it does.
That extra protection that you're asking for. No. Let's be honest. If a teacher sees signs of abuse, does that protection not already exist?
It's there, but not everybody uses it.
That's not what I'm asking. Does it exist, this protection?
Not in every area that I would like to see it. No, because if that was the case, then I wouldn't have.
Fine. What area? Be specific.
I would be out of a job if those protections were in place. I wouldn't have so many people coming across, coming to me for coaching.
So what specific protections? You said not in all instances. So what specific protection are you looking for?
I don't think that teachers are being trained up enough to know what to look for when it comes to like abuses.
As far as what?
Across the board, if there's a child, in fact, let me use an example of one of my clients. I have a client who believes that he would like to follow Christian values, but his parents have no belief as far as religion is concerned. The father has actually taken the child and abused him physically because of his belief. When I ask a child, have you addressed this with anybody? Where's your safe space? Who do you have that you talk to? My teachers. Okay. Why are they a safe space for you? Because they hear me out. Okay. What have they done to help you through this? Nothing.
So because he wants to be a Christian, his dad is beating him.
Right. For being brainwashed, he said, by his friends. There's craziness out there. I am telling you, some of these things are so like way out there. I'm like, what?
Crystal,
But wait though. What are the signs you see? How do you know?
Child? Bruises.
Yes.
Bruises.
Okay. So
And
let's go
the
back.
man
Hold
think
on.
it's recorded?
Let's stay right here.
Hold on.
Let's go back to the original protection that you asked for. You said certain protections need to exist. You then just gave me a whole story about how you saw signs of abuse.
Right.
And what did you do? Oh, so that means the protections that you want already exist, ma'am.
But aren't being used.
How are they not being used when you report it the police go out
but this
to
has
the
been
home?
Going, in this one instance, this has been going on for over
It doesn't
a
matter.
year.
The protection
And
that you're asking for already
Somebody who
exists.
sees him on a daily basis in class did nothing about it. So when I took the next step in my work and I approached the school about it and I was writing my report, the school that they didn't think that it was their place because for all they know, he could have just fallen and bumped himself. Seriously?
So what you're saying
is a bigger issue. Does that happen with all teachers? No. I think that there are teachers who take their job very seriously in the work that they do with these children and would report something like that, but not all of them.
But you can't control that. I mean, like, obviously, if something's not being done, if a rule is not being followed, and you find out about that, you should be reporting that also, right?
Oh, I did. I did.
Okay. So
right.
I mean, if you're saying that it doesn't matter what laws we put in place, what rules we put in place, they're not going to be followed. Is that what you're saying? Hello?
Cricket. Oh, damn it.
Damn. We always lose her at the best spots.
Damn it. Oh, she's back. She's back. Okay. Welcome back.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
I don't know where I lost you, but did you hear my question?
No.
I said, so you're saying that these rules aren't getting followed, these laws aren't getting followed. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. And even if these other laws go into place, again, it's going to be people need to follow what it says that we need to do to protect these kids.
But that's what okay. But see, then you're going around and around in circles because you're sitting here fighting for laws. So what are we fighting for laws for if laws don't get followed?
The training. There's more that needs to go to this. It's not just the laws. It's about training out the people that are responsible for protecting these kids. There's more that has to go along with it. You can't just make a law and just expect everybody to follow it. It doesn't work like that. We need to lay it all the way out. Get counselors involved. Some of these teachers are fast-tracked into teaching because there is a shortfall of teachers. I mean, it's a hard job. Definitely a hard job. Get parents involved. Let them.
Whew. Am I frozen? Homeschool your kids, people. That's all I got to say. Homeschool your kids.
Yes.
Homeschool. Susan would like to say homeschool your kids. I mean, not Susan, Crystal. Crystal would like to say homeschool your kids. That's what she's really trying to say, right, Crystal? Yeah. You're trying to say homeschool your kids. Children.
Well, if you don't like the way things are out there, homeschool them. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
Or put them in private school. I mean, where you can have a little more control over, what's happening. So,
but wait a minute, your last name is Reina or Reyes?
Reina.
Are you Latina?
I am.
And you don't beat your kids? What the heck?
No. I grew up getting the belt, and the one thing that I of course, the time that I grew up in, it was a lot different. But I do carry over a lot of the things that I grew up with in parenting my kids. It's just, I don't beat my kids.
See, I think, and this is where I would probably get reported on by you, is I'm like, bring back the chancleta beating all day long. Okay.
Right.
Because you know why and I say that with seriousness, because it was back in our day, the kids weren't coming out with all this, I'm a girl, I'm a boy, I'm not what I was born as nonsense, because we were afraid of the chancleta, of the beating. Okay. We kept that deep down inside until we were old enough to go do our own thing. And you know what our parents would tell us? If you want to go do your own thing, then move out. Get out of my house, because you're not going to do that. But now we're like, no, this is a safe space. You know, whatever you want. Let me hear your feelings. I tell my kids to this day, and I have almost a 22-year-old and a 17-year-old. I am not interested in your feelings. Okay. I am not interested in your feelings. And my kids are great kids. They're well-adjusted kids. They tell me they love me all the time. But I'm not for the play. Crystal, I ain't for the play. Okay.
But
I
are
don't care.
you making the assumption that I am just because of what you see on my pages? And
I kind of
is that your assumption?
Yeah,
Yes.
I kind of am. And I'll say this. That's the assumption, the only assumption I can get off of your page, right?
Of course.
You're not
Yes.
giving
And I
me
appreciate
anything
that
else.
feedback. I absolutely appreciate that feedback, because obviously my messaging isn't spot on, because that's what you're taking away from it. Yeah, I get it. But like I said, I think it would be great to bring Joshua on board, and you can ask him away about my parenting styles. And I know exactly what he's going to say, that mama does for you to sway off the path, too much. He's an adult now. So like I said, he can do whatever the hell he wants. But in my household, I am one of those parents that we have rules, and you follow the rules in my house. And my kids know what accountability is. There's a lot of kids that don't know what accountability is. So, yeah, I just think that there's just a misunderstanding about the work that I really do.
Joshua is chiming in, and he's saying you did not play when he was a kid.
Oh, he is. There he is.
But Josh, what I want to know is, did you get the chancleta? That's what I want to know, because listen, I'm sure. Go ahead, Soonie.
Yeah. Do you realize Pastor Brian created a false narrative?
I don't
see
know.
You shared that video.
No. And I just found out a lot of stuff about him today in a conversation I had with him. When I came on board to do this event, like I said, I came on board because I had a message that I wanted to get across, and that was...
Oh, she cut.
Damn, I wanted to ask her a question.
Because I think that there is a lot of misinformation.
Can you pull that other clip up, Mo? The different angle that's on my page from Temecula. Do you have it?
It's on your page?
It should be on my Instagram.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I wanted to ask her about what's on her page, because she said she just found out about it, but she posted about this March 23rd.
I think she's talking about just her interaction with Pastor Brian overall. I could be wrong, though. I don't want to speak for her.
Let me go to
I'm here now.
Okay. You cut out. You can continue. Go ahead.
Oh, what I was saying was, about my whole point in being a participant tomorrow is to open up the space for people to air out whatever it is that they're thinking this is, they're feeling this is, they're, have the discussion, and let's hear all sides, not just one side, and make sure that the information is correct. Let's print out this CRT ban and figure out, what does it actually say? I mean, is it even taught in schools? And what is it, because I'm getting all kinds of information, and what part of it is truth. So let's have that conversation. And that was my reasoning for getting involved tomorrow.
Okay.
You need to follow us. We'll give you the truth. Okay, Soonie, where do you want me to go?
I only found out about you because that post with my logo on it came to me, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, who said that to you?
Who sent that to me? I don't even know. It came to me from, it's an account that I don't even know. And they said, did you see this? And I'm like, what the hell? I didn't put that out there.
Okay.
Is this the angle?
Let me see. That is the angle. So can you see the screen, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you see where there's literally no threat, right? And then she comes and physically puts her hand on him and stands in front of him and he says, "Don't fucking touch me."
Mm-hmm.
Where was the inequality in that?
Where it crossed the line is when he continued to go after her. Because if there's
But he
more
didn't
to that
though.
video,
Hold on.
I would
So
have
I
been
have
like, if that was me, let me just say, if that was me, that was my child right there, I would have been like, what the hell are you doing? What are you
Accountability
doing?
is their freaking kryptonite.
See, but you wouldn't say to your child, "What the hell are you doing?" Because you see right here, she's coming from the back of this man. Okay. I want you to watch really carefully because I'm about to hit play. She's coming from the back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's over here, not even
Yeah.
looking at her. He's talking to somebody else. And FYI, this man was getting up to go to the bathroom. Somebody yells something at him and he's responding back.
Okay.
Okay. He turns around to walk away, and here she comes right in front of him. Okay. So she inserted herself into that situation. He says 2 words to her, and then he's talking to the other person behind her, and then somebody intervenes.
Yeah, I just want to know where's the inequality in that.
Well, he kept the view that I saw of it, he kept yelling at her, not at whoever was behind her. I was at the front of the room when that happened. And when I look back, I'm to like the back of him. So what I'm seeing is him continuing to yell at her. And then I didn't even know he's a pastor, but Brian went in between the two of them.
He's not a
He's
pastor.
not a pastor.
So here's my
But he's
question.
a city council person, isn't he?
Yes.
Let's get real. All right. I'm done with the loop. Ma'am, if you as a young lady walk up to a grown man who is not even talking to you and you physically touch him, equal rights and equal lefts shall commence. You don't know who you're dealing with. You don't know if this man is 5150 schizo. She
Right.
has no clue. We need to teach young ladies to keep your damn hands to yourself. There was literally no reason for her to insert herself in a situation and then try to flip it and turn it and make it seem like she was in some sort of danger when she physically touched this dude. He didn't lay one hand on her. He looked down at her and said, "Don't fucking touch me," and redirected his attention back to where it came from. Why is there no accountability? Why is it paint this white man bad? He's a white supremacist. He hates black people. He doesn't want CRT taught in school. They're doxing this man. His life,
Have we had
his life
conversation with
is
him?
in shambles.
Yes. We haven't spoken to him personally, but we're actually in contact with the parents that are in a lawsuit with him.
The parents of that young girl?
No. The parents that are being now doxxed and harassed by the people that were at that meeting that are calling that man a racist.
Oh, got it. Because I was going to say, let's have that conversation. That would be something that I would love to engage.
Here's the crazy thing about it. Nobody is discussing the girl. Nobody is saying anything about her. Okay. The reason why Soonie and I have gotten involved is because Pastor Brian has used this situation and these poor people, including this young girl, okay, to make this his pulpit for his next campaign.
Oh,
let's talk about that. You know what I mean? You want to talk about something? Let's talk about that. And now,
let's
guess
talk
what?
about
He's
it.
posting about LGBTQ. Surprise, surprise.
Let's talk about how Pastor Brian was directly in opposition to all of this stuff, including your movement, ma'am.
6 months ago.
6 months ago. And because he lost his election in California, he was running as a Republican for a Congress seat. He decided to flip the script and do something completely different. This is all documented.
Have you has he opened to
Pastor Brian?
He's afraid of you?
We've invited him on plenty of times.
Yes. He's refused. He told us that he is only taking big, rich interviews with larger platforms because all
Absolutely.
he cares about is money and attention.
And the 9
But
million
you're right
views that
here.
he got.
But you're in this community, right?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You want to show, hey, Mo, you want to show her what we got from
So
his publicist?
Oh gosh. I don't think I have
are
it
you
up anymore.
okay? So you all are local. You all are local, right?
No, so I'm in Dallas, Texas, and Soonie is in Japan.
Oh, okay.
But her husband's in the Air
Oh,
Force.
I'm
Her
sorry.
husband's in the Air
Okay.
Force.
Okay. So I think it would be an amazing conversation to engage him in his positioning, because I am just getting to know him.
Mhm. Aw, man.
Hold on, she's back. She's back.
I'm sorry. My
She's
connection is
back.
horrible.
It's okay. Go
Man.
ahead.
You know,
Like I said,
I-
tomorrow,
but
my
I-
purpose there is to get the conversations happening.
Yeah, I agree. We would love to have a conversation because Soonie and I are a fair platform. Like we're equal opportunity over here. So like if we criticize you, we'll give you the opportunity to come on here just like you did, right? You came on here,
Right.
you're having a conversation with us.
Right.
He won't do it. And generally when people are liars and
Mhm.
grifters and con artists, they're
Mhm.
not going to come on and talk to people who are calling them out on every little lie that they do. He knows that we've done our research on him.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna. We last show went into his criminal history, and you know other things, his personal history with handling money, and all this other stuff, and it's not good. It's not good.
Mhm.
So
No.
it's not good for people like you, if you care about your movement, to align yourself with him because he's going to drag it down to the ground and he's going to grift off of your supporters to get money.
Mhm. Mhm. I hear where
So
you're coming from.
he doesn't care about the gay community.
And,
Yeah.
and again, I'm going to keep going back to this. That isn't my only area that I work. So again, I am trying to bridge the conversations because that's how we make progress. Just like we're doing here.
You know what? Let's do this for her. I got you. I'm gonna let you hear it from Pastor Brian's own mouth. I mean, Lion Brian. We call him Prison Pastor Brian over here. That's his name. Hold on. I want to show you this video. This video was him. He ran as a Republican. He's no longer running as a Republican now.
I just heard that.
Where's that video? See, I make so many videos. I'm so mad. I broke it up in 3s. Oh, man. Wait, I think it's on my computer. I'm sorry. Can you take over real quick, Mom?
Yeah. Hey, I'm curious, Crystal. What are your thoughts on this Dylan Mulvaney person? This was one of our topics tonight. Do you agree with Dylan Mulvaney being a spokesperson for Tampax and Bud Light and Ulta and
I'm not even
Nike?
familiar with it. You want to bring me up to speed on it?
Yeah, so Dylan Mulvaney is really big in the trans community. He's a transgendered man who is pretending to be a woman. And he's gotten all these brand deals with companies like Tampax, right? Tampax tampons, right? A man doesn't even have a place to put a tampon, so I don't know exactly.
Does this have to do with the Bud Light thing too?
Yes.
Okay, I started seeing posts about Bud Light, and they're not going to drink Bud Light anymore, but I didn't know what it was all about. I haven't even looked.
Yeah. So it's about that,
continue.
right? So and now he's working with Nike to promote sports bras with a tagline of "Just Tuck It." So you know it's becoming.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Yes.
You know, and I always say this because going back to the friends that I have in the gay community, they want nothing to do with this stuff. Absolutely nothing. And it's sad. Listen to this. It's sad that they don't even feel like they can speak out and say it because they get attacked by their own community for speaking out against this stuff.
I've witnessed that also. And I've
It's terrible.
actually
Welcome to being a black conservative.
Yeah.
Cry me a fucking river.
you know,
Sooney's she's bitter. Just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking, Soonie. I'm just making a funny.
you're entitled.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm just like, cry me a river. Who
Yeah.
gives a shit?
Yeah.
And you're
No, but it's
entitled to take your positioning. I mean, total respect for that. You
Mhm.
stand your ground. Those are your feelings, and you're speaking honestly here. More power to you. More power to you. I am not in the space that I'm in to tell people what to believe. I just want to make sure that everybody has a voice, and let's hear it out. You can agree or not agree, but I want to hear where you're coming from. And so if you're saying like Brian doesn't want to come on your show, well, I, being who I am, I'm going to ask why, and I will ask that.
Oh, he's gonna lie. They're white supremacists. They're purveyors of the white. We're the black white supremacists.
My son's post right there. I just saw it. I
Yeah,
don't
I
agree with
posted
the tampon brand deals, but I don't see issue with alcohol deals.
I should be able to drink. Listen. Whoa, you listen. You are so lucky that I do not feel like being super disrespectful. I'm trying to be nice to you, bro. I don't want no tranny on my beer.
Yeah.
No different than I want a country singer on my beer. Let it say Bud Light. Why do you have to promote this everywhere? Why can't we exist in a world where this is not permeating every facet of my fucking life?
And here,
why?
here's the thing, and I'm going to say this to Josh because Josh just says he doesn't have an issue with alcohol deals. Is why do we have to tie a person to alcohol? Like, I'm perfectly fine with the Bud Light can being tied to alcohol and alcohol alone. I don't need to think about Dylan Mulvaney shoving a tampon up a one-way street, okay, when I'm drinking my beer, and neither does my husband.
Okay, I'm going to chime in on that one too. I have to say, I'm in the same space that Josh is in. I don't agree with the whole tampon thing. You know why? Because there are teenage girls that have to use that product. Okay, they don't have a choice whether they can use it or not, because guess what? Mom and dad are the ones that buy whatever it is they're going to need. Okay. When it comes to the alcohol, I respect that you don't want to have that tied to it. There are a lot of things that I don't like, people marketing that I use also. But in the beer world, we're talking about adults. The marketing is geared towards adults.
But he's dressed like a little girl.
See, I haven't seen any of this, so I don't know all about that. But
are you ready to be introduced to Lion Brian?
Okay, we're gonna introduce you to Lion Brian.
Go ahead.
A couple of months ago, my daughter, she's 9 years old, and she said, "Dad, why aren't you angry at the police? Why aren't you mad? Why aren't you out there, joining Black Lives Matter? You have a legitimate reason." And they was introducing systemic racism, and they were saying that my color would be my setback. And so I decided to run for office to prove them wrong, right? So I think the word you mentioned, you said expertise, right? Expertise. I need you to explain to the crowd how an ex-felon ran for office in California and got elected. Why Sheriff Chad Bianco called and asked me to do his invocation. How I became a bridge between law enforcement and the community, where I grew up around gangs. I grew up, in the inner city, grew up around welfare. Yeah, I'm that ex-felon. I spent 10 years in prison. I was given, my second term, I was given 6 years for having a rental car 3 days late. Oh. And go look it up. It happened right here in Orange County.
Why the fuck you lying?
And I have no anger, no whatsoever. I could easily be a Black Lives Matter leader. I can do what the Democrats do. I can use racism as a hustle. I can continue to, I can, because it is. It's a hustle. It's a hustle, and they're constantly creating this narrative. And then I'm running for Congress against, one of the Democrat incumbents, Raul Ruiz. So they know who I am because I'm busy in my streets. And, I've read through critical race theory. I read through the racism that's hidden inside ethnic studies. And I see the division that it's causing. And the Bible tells me how good and pleasant it is for those to dwell together in unity. And I'm going to tell you something, what General Yamamoto said, that
It's the reason why we won the battle in Midway, because the Patriots woke up. They got up out their bed, and that's what's going to happen. You're going to start to see a lot of people who love this country. It bothers me when I see people burning the American flag, can't say the national anthem. It bothers me when the President of the United States can't even say how much he loves America. That bothers me. This country has so many opportunities. Matter of fact, it's so free. We're free to sit up here and be here discussing. But I do have one question, because I've been to 27 board meetings across California. I keep going to all of them. I love going there. But I have, I do. Because I got kids in school, so this is serious for me. I'm serious. Like I'm one of them real fathers, like involved. But I do have a question. I notice how there's nobody here that supports it, but the politicians. Them are the only ones. All I keep hearing is the people which elected the politicians. So if the politicians are speaking and the people aren't here, then who are they speaking for? That's the question I really would like to have answered. God bless you guys.
When did that happen?
That was like
Lion Brian.
That
Lion
was-
Brian, everybody.
Soonie, that was what, like a year or two ago?
That was 2021.
Okay. 2021.
So now his positioning has changed.
In 6 months.
Yeah.
Because he lost an election.
Yeah.
And I know this to be a fact because I covered Pastor Brian's election myself. And I had him on multiple times to discuss what was going on in California and what was going on with the voting. I know this for a fact. Pastor Brian went to Atlanta and came back. Martin Luther King never. That's who he came back as. This guy that you see, who this Hoppo? Who this man? I don't know who that is. I don't know who the person he is that portraying to y'all. Who I know Pastor Brian that was instrumental in his community. I know Pastor Brian that didn't let race determine his outcome. I know the Pastor Brian that you just saw. The Pastor Brian that is manufacturing racism, ruining people's lives, doxing them. I don't know that person. And I don't think he should have access to children in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
So what you're saying is that he shouldn't even be involved in these conversations that are happening in the school boards that he was calling out there, where he's going to all these different meetings, that he shouldn't be in that space.
I can't tell him where to go. Right? It's America. You're free to go wherever you want. But what I can do is warn people and say the person that you see today is not who he was. And I also said Pastor Brian has always had ambitions of being a well-known pastor in his community. Pastor Brian flip-flopped. He went from BLM to not BLM to back to BLM. Who are you?
What church is he affiliated with?
Hey, we're all trying to figure that shit out too.
So there's some questions to be asked. Yeah.
There's some questions.
These are legitimate questions that should be asked.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Just like I'm sitting here with the two of you, and hearing you out and hearing your opinions and seeing your view of me.
Yes.
He should be able to sit here and do the same. I mean, yeah.
He won't.
Yes. He won't though. Was it last week? It might have been 2 weeks ago. I hosted an Instagram live when all this stuff went crazy, and he came up and he was just very on edge. He didn't like what was being talked about. He didn't like the questions that he was being asked. He doesn't enjoy when people say you're different.
Yeah.
Would you say that Pastor Brian is different from who you saw today, or who you know of today, who you've seen?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
a person who doesn't know him has the same commentary as I do.
So here's something that I would like to propose is, let me see what work we can do to get some sort of a panel discussion going on. Get him involved, have the two of you involved, and let's ask our questions, because this is how we solve things. We talk about it.
Yes, I agree.
Let me see what work I can do with that. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be with all of them, and I will ask the question, like, why are you not willing to go on this program?
Oh, he's gonna badmouth us. I'm just preparing you.
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
gonna
And that's
badmouth us.
okay. And again, that's okay. You know, and I'd like to hear why. I'd like him to tell me, well, why? Why do you feel that
Yeah.
way? You know?
You know, like, here's the thing, like, at least with us, like, you know where we stand, right? On the
Right.
gay trans issue, right?
And hey,
Don't you feel safe with us? Like, we're not terrible people. You know where we stand.
Yep. And I
At least
respect
we're
that.
being upfront with you. Imagine
Yeah,
dealing with
absolutely.
somebody like Pastor Brian who is lying to your face about he cares about trans and gay issues or whatever. He's lying.
Yes.
Like, that's a scary thought. And this guy wants to call the shots in his town.
Well, that's where I believe, even like anything that I have to say, people need to do their research. People need to, you know, not count on someone else to tell them what they should feel or not feel.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you need to go out there and, you know, look around, ask the questions, engage in the conversations, and then have your opinion. And make sure it's your opinion, not something that someone else is putting on you.
Yeah. Now, Crystal,
Right?
I'm gonna need you to live by those words, girl. I'm gonna need you to live.
I
Listen,
love
listen,
it.
tonight,
Yeah.
I want you to take the weekend and do an audit of your page and see
I
if
appreciate it.
if I wasn't Crystal, if I was just somebody random coming to my page, what would I think I'm about?
Yeah.
That's how you need to look at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I want the world to know, like, you know, all the topics that we cover. Absolutely. I appreciate your feedback.
Yeah.
Respect
We
for that.
appreciate
Yeah.
we appreciate you having
I have
having
one more question.
Oh
'cause
gosh.
Thanks for coming on, by the way. Honestly, I really appreciate you coming on.
Absolutely.
And thanks for being a good sport. I know I'm tough. I really do.
And you know
I'm
what?
tough.
You have there's a place in this world for people like you. You call it like you see it. I respect that.
Tell Mo that.
There sure is.
Tell her.
Crystal, there sure is. There sure is a place for people like that, girl. Let me tell you. I got to deal with her on a daily basis, okay?
Ooh.
It's tough.
I got a question.
Yeah.
All right. This is a fun question. Are you ready?
Oh gosh. I think so.
You ready?
When she
Prepare
says
yourself.
it's fun, it ain't fun.
Can we repeal the 19th?
Oh.
Oh gosh. Let me come back with an answer on that.
Come back
Do you know what the 19th is?
Go ahead and give me your explanation of the 19th. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Wait.
It's okay if
You're
you
a
don't know.
feminist.
It's
Go
okay
ahead.
if you don't know. It's okay if you don't
Right.
know.
This it's cool. It's fun. I want you to come back. We can revisit this.
I would like
Are
to.
you a feminist?
I would
Are
like
you a
to
feminist?
because I am. I am.
Oh, girl,
But
you
Crystal.
should.
no,
This is
but-
hey,
but-
feminism
But do
101.
you know what feminists believe?
I've had a few conversations. I've had a lot of run-ins with feminism. Yeah.
And it sounds to me like it hasn't been all.
I think
Okay.
everyone has their own opinion of what feminism truly is. I think there's just too many thought patterns and ideologies around feminism.
Okay, what are the glasses? Is that shade?
Shade.
It's shade.
Look at you you're smart. You caught on to the shade. Yeah, we're about to throw shade.
It's shade. All right. The 19th, because we got to move on. I'm sorry. The 19th is granting women the ability and the right to vote, which I do not believe women should have. Period. Point blank. I don't believe women should be in any positions of leadership, presidents, city council members. You could be teachers and wives for all I care, but stay the freak away from our government institutions and keep your vote at home with your husband.
Crystal
Okay.
just
If you ain't
exploded.
married, then you're SOL.
Crystal just exploded and she's
you?
calling all the feminists.
No,
She's like,
no. I don't roll like that. I can stand on my own 2 feet. But may I ask you why you have that belief? Where does that come from for you?
When I look at every social group in America,
Mm-hmm.
any social justice warrior group, and then I look, I'm going to use yours for an example because that's all I have to go off of.
Okay.
That is in direct opposition to what I believe as a mom, and I don't believe anybody else should have access to my children. And a lot of the times we see a lot of women advocating for less rights for children and more rights for the government. Historically, since women got the right to vote, government spending has grown exponentially.
Mhm.
Now, that's not the only issue, right? But for a fact, women vote for government assisted programs. I believe in very limited government. I don't want the government in my mix. I
Mhm.
think you need to You govern the governors and all those representatives, and you let us do our thing. So those three things alone, and I can go into that'll be a whole nother show
Yeah.
as to why. But
You know
to
what?
me, those are very important reasons.
Thinking about the whole conversation, I'd love to have a conversation around that, and let me bring in some of the feminists that I know, and let's have that conversation.
And
let's
let me
see
tell
what
you,
Sure.
because I have my own view, but it would be nice to open that space up, and let's go back and forth on this one.
and I'm going to tell you my view on it real quick,
Go ahead.
because I am a woman and I know how crazy we can be, right? Like we get
Uh-huh.
that time of month every month and we just lose our damn minds, but we're very emotional. Okay. We think with our emotions. We're not natural leaders. Okay. Women were not created to lead, they were created to support. And I know that just like burns the uteruses of all feminists around the world.
I'm on
But
fire over here, but okay.
I know I could hear the sizzle, but listen, a support role is a very important role. Like don't let me diminish a support role, but your role is to support the leaders, right? If you look back in history, anytime a woman got involved, it never ended well. Okay. That's point number one. Number two, if I look at the LGBTQ movements out there, okay, all the movements that are stemming these protests and these fights for equality, BLM, you know what's behind all of it? Women. You're very hard pressed to find men behind these movements, and that is very concerning to me, and it proves our point, that women shouldn't have power and authority. I would never ever vote for a woman president. Like I think Candace Owens would be a great leader. I would never vote for her for president because of that very point that I'm making to you right now. We're just too volatile. We're not consistent. You know what I mean? We don't jump to action, we jump to emotion. Obviously with our kids we are like that, right? But it's all based on emotion. Everything we do is based on emotion, and as our favorite Jesse Lee Peterson says, emotions are of the devil. Women are of the devil. Okay, in order for people to truly be saved, they have to be saved by the Father, right? They have to have a relationship with their Father, and their Father is the only connection to God, not the mother. We are all born of the mother, which is why we are all born sinners. Chew on that.
You're over there laughing at me.
Yeah, no.
I'm so caught up in how much I'm burning inside right now, but I'm like, okay.
Crystal is about to go outside. She's about to smoke a cig, okay, and demolish a box of Oreos. Just thinking about what we told her.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I respect your position, your view. I don't agree with it, but okay. And I would value the opportunity for us to continue this discussion, and let me bring some people with that are feminists out there.
Yeah.
Because I know people on different ends of the spectrum when it comes to feminism. So
And bring Josh. Bring Josh too.
Oh, you'll love my kid.
But you can't come. Listen, when we talk to Josh, you can't come. We need to have Josh all to ourselves, okay?
No, I can respect that. Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
thank you for allowing me to come on. I've enjoyed this conversation.
Thank you, Crystal.
Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. You have a good evening.
Good night. You too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye. She was a good sport.
Well, folks,
She was a good sport.
That's how you do it, though. I can't wait to hear what she has to report back from Pastor Brian. That's going to be interesting.
Oh, he ain't gonna take it.
Hoppo, who this man?
Now that she's our friend, she's gonna tell us all the shit he talked about us. Watch.
She is. Dude. We had a whole show planned, and I'm glad we did that.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
I'm glad we did that.
I'm glad too. I thought it was really a really good turn. I love that we're flexible with our show.
For sure. You have to be. I think that's, in my opinion, I think that's why we have one of the best shows right now on the internet.
That's right.
Is because we branch out and talk about a bunch of things. And I'm not always looking to like browbeat people.
Yeah.
I legitimately wanted to understand. And as you can see, she couldn't answer a lot of my questions. She couldn't. She has no clue what's in that bill. she just talked to a politician and they sold her bullshit. Like,
facts.
Just saying.
Yeah. But she's gonna do
we have
better.
to get at least 2 topics in though.
Crystal's gonna do better.
Yeah, you should definitely vet that Instagram page you got going on, because woo.
Yeah, she definitely needs help with that. All right.
It is Homo City.
You know what, Josh? If you're still listening, you better not come on this channel sounding hella gay, okay? Because your mom said, if you saw Josh, you would never know he's gay. Josh, you better get that. Just conjure up that manly voice, Josh.
If you saw Josh.
Don't make your mama a liar, Josh. Don't make him a liar.
Gosh. Can we do a video reaction? I think that'd be funny.
Okay, yeah, let's do something to lighten up the mood. Let's do that.
Let's do a video reaction. Let's do the one we have planned, because I think that would be fun.
Which one? Which one do we have planned?
LSU. We had set this bitch off.
Oh,
it was someone's reaction.
Okay.
Hold on. Dang, I got my bandana on, so we about to be ghetto for 2 seconds.
Soonie, I'm really proud of you, by the way, how you handled that conversation.
What do you mean?
You did really well. Like, I was scared. I was scared. I was like, oh, Soonie's gonna scare her and she's gonna jump off. The minute Soonie starts asking questions, she's gonna leave. But you handled her very well. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate
now,
that.
if Bryson would have been on here, oh Lord, we would have been.
Oh, it'd have been a different story.
Different story.
A different story. Completely different.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I knew he was gay when she said he was a dancer. I'm like, oh,
but isn't
already
it
know why he got
interesting?
bullied.
It is very interesting that she didn't put that in the story when she first told us. And again, as a mom, I understand, right? She didn't want people to like judge him based on that. But it's like, come on, he's a dancer and a singer. Like,
yeah,
2 and 2.
Honey, we all know
2 and 2, Crystal. We put 2 and 2 together.
Did you send me the video?
No, I don't even know what video you're talking about.
The right wing angel. The reaction to what's her name? Angel on the court.
Are you talking about
John
his
Cena?
video?
You can't see me. Yeah, the one part where he was talking about you know what.
Oh, yeah.
I'm giving away too much already.
I sent it to you in WhatsApp.
I can't find it.
Hold on. Let me look for it. Tap dance for a second while I
can't find it. She said tap dance. I wonder if he's cute. The gay ones are always cute.
Probably. His name is Josh. Every gay guy named Josh I know is super cute.
Oh my God. Oh my. Listen,
I'm just saying.
This deserves a repeal the 19th badge.
Oh,
Oops.
man.
I didn't mean to do that.
Even I get hit with repeal 19th.
Math is racist because 2 + 2 can equal 5, okay? I remember when that went viral, dude. That was crazy. Yeah. Hey, ladies, looking to Jeffrey Marsh. I know who that is. He should be removed and banned. Because he's see, we're on YouTube. We're on YouTube. Follow our Rumble. Because sometimes, if I feel like I'm going to go left, I'm just going to cut the feed to YouTube and go straight to Rumble, bro. This is ridiculous. You can't say anything on YouTube anymore without hate speech. So I can't even comment on that.
What happened? Okay? What happened? We got booted off something?
No. Someone was inquiring about this dude. Oops.
Oh, sorry.
Jeffrey Marsh. You know Jeffrey Marsh on TikTok. The dude who wears the makeup, has the beard, and he talks like
oh,
this.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That dude.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say what I want to say on here.
Oh, gotcha.
Just can't.
Okay, so here's the video. Oops. Where'd it go?
No!
Is it not playing audio? What the hell? How come I can't control this? Oh, wait. That's not it.
She's showing all our private DMs. I could have been talking about somebody.
Why is it not playing?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Can you hear the audio?
Hold on.
Thank you, Deborah. I can't say it, but you can.
What did Deborah say? Okay. It's still not. I don't know why it's not playing. I don't hear the audio on my end.
Just resend it to me.
Okay, hold on.
I bet you it'll work for me.
Let me stop sharing my screen.
Mo's not tech savvy, guys.
Whatever.
As you can see, while we're waiting, can we please talk about the amount of grifting that takes place in this movement? Can we? Can we please just go ahead and bar this guy from ever being able to sell another piece of motherfucking merch? He irritates my soul. The irony of wearing a shirt that says Biden inflation and asking for people to pay $4.99 per month to hear you cackle and sell merch. Thank you. You're not. Listen, that's another guy that's just not a productive citizen.
Terrible.
Not a productive citizen.
Listen,
Dude.
okay, I'm gonna have to. Mike, surprised she got the mouse working tonight. You know what? That ain't necessary,
That
Mike.
was a good one.
That ain't necessary.
That was a good one.
Don't
Mike.
jinx it.
I like it.
I've been looking here at my lights. I don't know what happened. I had to restart my computer. Anyways.
Yeah, don't jinx it because it might mess up and we'll be all messed up in the game. Just don't do it.
Okay, let's see if we can play it.
I already got it. See, what would you do without me?
What would you do without me?
Okay.
I'm Angel Reese, and I feel like I've grown to be this person where everybody loves me for who I am, and I think that's because I'm authentically me.
You are authentically you, and we need.
You don't have authentically you hair. That's not authentically you hair. You got that hair off somebody else's head. So if you want to be authentically you, take that weave out your head.
Now,
damn.
Hold on, let me let the rest of it
more
play.
of that in the world. I got to tell you, watching you, hearing what you had to say, I was like standing up in my living room saying, you know what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Right, Sinead?
Yeah, I was saying, preach, sis. Shout out to you.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Preach, sis. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. She can have bad sportsmanship, and just because she's a black woman, it's excused. And they don't care about that. That just makes me sick, okay?
Now, did anybody give a flying fart when the other girl was walking around gloating and running around and Tony Ayoing people in the face? Did anybody care?
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
You know why we didn't care? Because it's fucking basketball. That's why.
See,
what does her weave got to do with a motherfucking thing? Like what?
This is why when we were talking earlier, I'm like, is there anything we could do to bring you and Oliver back together? See, this is how you become it. Okay. I said this to Soonie because I disagreed with this and I thought it was wrong. Number one, I disagreed with the whole racist angle and that they were playing with bad sportsmanship. I think it's already been settled that this was normal for sports and for basketball. Okay, this is what they do. This is how the thing goes. And when I heard Right Wing Angel, AK, also known as Oliver, when I heard him say that thing about her hair, I was like, see, this is the same thing I said to you. See, Right Wing Angel, this is why people say you hate black people. Like, that wasn't necessary. I thought that was
not authentically you. What does that have to do with anything? There was no bad sportsmanship. And look, he could come on.
Yeah.
I would love to debate this entire topic.
I invited him.
I played basketball for a good portion of my life, bro. I've always competed in something. My father never told me to get on the court and act like a little girl. You get on that court and you're on there to compete. Leave it on the floor. And if I went out there and I played like a girl, do you not know I got it at home? What are you playing ball for if you're not going to really play?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you doing? Like, we have to make everything racial. Everything. Nobody cared when Caitlin Clark was telling people to shut up on the court, waving them off, not even guarding players. That's bad sportsmanship if you really want to keep it a stack.
Yeah.
You're not even going to... Now, what if that girl with a jade in your face? Come on.
What does that mean? Jade in your face.
she stood so far off the perimeter.
Uh-huh.
What if she would have just been like, fuck it. It's wet. And then you sitting there looking stupid. I wish she would have took the shot. Because I would have. And I would have prayed for luck. Please, Lord, let this go in so I can slap this little girl in her face with facts. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Birdman. The two girls themselves, the other girl didn't care. Like she didn't take any offense to it whatsoever. Like I said to Soonie, it's social media. Social media turned it into what it was, and we took the bait and ran with it. You know?
She said, can we all just get along? We can.
We all just stop talking.
We can. We can get along perfectly fine. But I just want to know, since when is it not okay to trash talk at sports? Since when? Because right now it seems like you can't trash talk while being black. Shit, we can't walk while being black. We can't taunt while being black. We can't do nothing. Is Mo frozen?
I was.
Oh.
I hate when I get frozen with a stupid look on my face. I'm all like, can't I just be like?
She doesn't have any idea what's going on.
Look at Jack.
She doesn't know what wet means.
I don't know what wet means. I mean, not in basketball. What does it mean?
Oh my gosh, bro. It's not in basketball. Jesus, help her.
I love to watch basketball. I actually love men's basketball. I don't really care.
You're not watching it for the reasons you're supposed to be watching it for.
Well, you know.
Why are you lying to these people?
I love watching. That's not the point.
So look, actually, I like basketball. Tell them why you like it.
Because I love all sports, not because I love the sport. I love to watch the beautiful, muscular, lean, handsome men. I watch it for the men. I ain't lying. I'm not going to lie.
Shout out to Tatum, by the way.
I'm surprised you didn't hit me with the repeal the 19th right there.
Shout out to Tatum. I don't have nothing for you right now.
And Candace.
Shout out to Tatum, by the way, for actually giving. I like his take. Like, bro, it's sports. Who cares? What are you mad about?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Because now, maybe because you said it, people will be like, oh, all right, it's not that bad. We all know the power of influence on the internet when your favorite influencer says something and then you automatically just hop on board.
Yeah.
All these people calling this, you're ghetto. I've been asking people, what does it mean to be ghetto? Like, is compassion loud? You know, I got told if I say ain't and can't, that's ghetto speak. I just need to know. Because can't and ain't are in a dictionary.
I gave you a long response.
In case people didn't know.
I gave you a long response. I don't remember what it was, but I gave
You gave me a long response on what ghetto?
On Facebook.
When?
On Facebook. Why don't you read it out loud for the people since you haven't even read it? See how she doesn't read my shit? First of all, it was straight from the heart of a white supremacist, by the way.
What?
Read it. Go to your post on Facebook and read what I said. There's probably so many.
Which post was it?
Your question, can someone tell me what is ghetto or something like that?
I don't even
Dude,
know
that
where it
post
is.
probably has like hundreds of comments now because people were going in. People were going in. Man. No,
That's
you know what
weird.
I said? Okay, so roundabout, like while she's looking, my thing with that is that the black community's got to take the blame for this one, right? Because y'all love to wear the word ghetto or ghetto as like a badge of honor. Like, I'm from the ghetto, I'm from the hood, I'm so fly, I'm so good. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my mama.
Yeah, it's like a badge of honor. Like, you don't ever hear any black people going like, I'm from the suburbs. Like, never. They only talk about it when they're from the ghetto. Like, if you Google songs about the ghetto, it's all black people. There's no other people talking. There's one Elvis Presley song called In the Ghetto, and that's it. And he only wrote that because Elvis Presley hung out with black folks in the ghetto. Okay, so black people gotta take some blame about that. Y'all gotta change that around.
Which one was it? Was it does ghetto have a skin color, or just come out and say black people being passionate is ghetto to you? Which one is it?
No, is the ghetto has a skin color, that one.
Okay. And you commented.
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
There's so many comments now.
I know. I can't even.
Yeah.
Let me see. I didn't even see you comment. Look, I have fun with these posts for like a day and then I never go back to it.
See, you
So
hear that, people? Don't comment on her stuff. Come to my page and comment over there because I respond to everybody.
wow. Do you see how she does me? Your comment is not in here.
It is. You probably deleted it in a fit of rage with me
Oh
because
my
me and
God.
Soonie have had some tense moments over the past week. Our friendship has been hanging by a thread, I think, for the past week. Over some.
No, it hasn't.
Over
She's just dramatic. You know what? Fine. Let's get into
Okay,
this.
let's get
Look,
let's get into it.
let's get into
Let's
this.
tell the story. In fact, read the messages.
I'm very simple. She's not. That's the moral of the story. And I literally said, okay, I understand. And it had to be more than just, okay, I understand. Okay. And then it was like message after message, voice
Okay.
message, then a message, voice message. Wait, let me tell my side. This is my experience. My experience.
Oh my God.
So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to call. You know what I said? I feel like you're trying to convince me of something that you already convinced me of because I said okay. Go ahead. See how
Okay,
simple I am?
let me put some
Go ahead.
context. So Soonie and I were having a conversation about business, okay? It was a business conversation. I'm not going into the details of it, but we were talking about business, about the merch and like how we were handling some certain things. And we had like a rather large order. So we were discussing like how we were going to like, market and this, that, and the other. So me having a background in customer experience and sales and all this other stuff. Soonie has a background in more technical stuff. That's her expertise. I was trying to explain to Soonie why we should do something a certain way. But Soonie, like, because I'm talking to her while it's either nighttime for her or it's morning time. And both times she's always like kind of hit or miss because she's either tired or she just woke up and she's like groggy and she's not into a conversation. So I'm sending messages and she's like, do whatever. I'll go with whatever you do or something like that. That was the first message. So what am I to think? Like that was an attitude, right? She had attitude with me. So then I was like, listen, you need to understand this, this, and this. And then she writes back, okay. It's like talking to a guy. Ladies, you feel me, okay? Like when you're trying to talk to a guy and you're like, trying to explain to him like why you were spying on him, like why you looked through his cell phone, why you checked his emails, why you were following him when he went to work. And you're just trying to tell him like, I love you, you're being that toxic female. And then he writes back a one-word answer and he's like, okay. And you're like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Okay. Oh, he's still mad. He doesn't know. He doesn't get it. So I kept going to make sure that she was like, because what I wanted to hear from Soonie was, Mo, I get what you're trying to say now. Let's do that. That sounds like a good plan. But she was giving me one-word answers like, okay.
I literally said that. I literally said that. Like verbatim. Okay, I understand what you're saying. I literally said it verbatim.
You hear how she's
and
yelling?
It was still too simple. Literally. No, I want to know what you think. I'm like, I don't have anything that I think. You're telling me how it's gonna work. Okay. I got it. Bro, I'm so mad I can't find these damn. I need you guys to see how. Look, I got freaking paragraphs, okay? And I don't. It's to the point.
Oh,
where
you're
I
gonna
have to
show
click,
them? You're gonna
read more. Read more. What are you talking about?
And then how long were the voice notes? They were like 7 minutes apiece.
Bruh.
Dude,
here it is. Because I called you after this. Okay? Look. Paragraph. This is Mo. This is not me. And then look. Voice message. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Look. I said, can you send... Look, she's telling me what she wants to do, right? So there's one point where I misunderstand. I'm thinking she's asking to have the design. I'm like, okay, I will get the design to you. So then I realized I didn't understand. So then she explained it again. And then I say, okay, let me know so I can be at my computer to give you estimates, which lets me know, or should let you know, I am perfectly okay with what's going on.
Hey, real quick, who's Dion Black? Is he that brother that was at the meeting? That stood up at the meeting?
No.
Oh, Temecula meeting?
No.
Okay, never mind. I thought he was. I was like, why does that name sound familiar? What's up, Dion?
That's a poetic patriot.
Oh, okay. What's up? What's up? Sorry, I confused you.
Look, you can't. You just can't be simple. You can't be simple. All right, you just can't. Look, I even said, sorry, I didn't see that I was eating because it's clear some clear miscommunication. And I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, I take what I do serious, but I do understand your point. Why couldn't it be left there?
Dude, because that was total shade. I take what I don't I don't take what I do serious. That was total shade. I'm just saying.
I'm done. It doesn't matter how many times I defend myself. No, I wasn't saying it like that. Yes, you were, because I'm supposed to know which influx to like read in a message. This all came from her, so I'm supposed to know what your tone is.
We talk every day, dude. You should know me by now.
It's text messages, and I said
If
okay.
you don't know me by now,
Oh my God.
you will. Come on.
How many people feel me in the chat, bro? Y'all feel me. I'm a very simple communicator. You tell me what you're saying. It's either going to be yes or no, or okay, I understand. There's no need to go into more. Thank you, Judy. Let it go. Let it go. If I said okay, it's okay.
Man, when Judy's siding with you, then I must be wrong.
It's just like my husband, bro. He'll say something to me, and I'm like, okay. Are you going to say more? Like, no, I'm saying okay. Well,
here.
What do you think?
Here we go.
I don't think anything.
Here we go with the Team Soonies. Thank you, Ashley. Yeah. I think this is Ashley that posted today. She bought our merch. Shout out to Ashley. I think that's her.
Yeah, shout out to Ashley.
And then we got a Team Soonie here from Apex the Trader. See, okay, Birdman, you got a point here. See, this is why Crystal, I hope you're listening. This is why we can't have women in charge.
Thank you.
Can you imagine like international negotiations? The Chinese guy, he's like, oh, yes, I agree. And you're like, are you sure? We have a deal. Are you sure?
Soonie is simple and easy to understand. I've been saying that. I am super simple, bro. There's only 1 week out of every month where I am discombobulated. Come on. I want Mo to keep singing and I will be Team Mo.
What? Nobody has ever requested for me to sing. Like, you see the fucking shade she's throwing me right now? Wait a minute. What are you trying to say?
Now, Megatron. Don't tell nobody. Mo can't sing. Okay.
Oh, sorry, Megatron. I've been voted off the island.
This is what I go through, y'all. I was being super simple, and I'm like, you've already convinced me. I'm saying okay.
Look at,
but there has to be more. More what? What else can I say?
He said, what the hell's going on down there? I will be the simple man and say, if Mo shakes the booty, I'll be 50-50. Hey, for the booty shake.
Guys, we got to come back and do a little pop-up thing to get to the rest of our topics.
Yeah.
Crystal came and gave us a good show.
She did.
Multiple people get to hear their perspective. In my honest opinion, it's a bunch of mental gymnastics, but it is what it is, right? I'm not going to be picky. I hope she comes back. She's actually asking for our email. I'm going to send it over to her.
Nice.
To set up a panel where we get to talk to feminists, different people from her side of the political realm. I think that a lot of people have a grave misconception about what conservatives or people who lean right actually feel and believe, because I found her agreeing with most of our points.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I'm like, if you agree, then why are you doing this?
It's kind of like when we talk to like black liberals, they always like agree. Like when you start explaining to them like what conservatives believe in, they're like, I think that too, like Hello.
Really?
Mm,
Do I know how to twerk? That'll never ever pop on the internet,
she'll
bro.
never do that.
Like,
Do
I'm a
you?
very
Wait a
private
minute. Do
person.
you? Because we can
I'm
get
j-
on a WhatsApp call right now after this video, and I want to see
no,
it happen.
no, no, no,
You won't even show me.
no.
I wouldn't screen record or anything.
I don't. Just like, what did I do? You made me like jump off of some. No, I was doing a Karate Kid kick. You remember that?
Dude, she was at a park one time and like there was like a bonsai tree, but there was like a little thing, and I was like, Soonie, I'm all stand up there and do like the crane like a Karate Kid, and she did it. And then I was like, do a karate kick, and she did that too. I was like, what the hell? And I was like, screen recording. Do I have
I
that?
don't trust you. No, she'd be all the way on your side if it weren't for her son. Maybe, probably. I can look. I can understand
Yeah.
why a parent feels in a very that's probably a very precarious situation to be in. I can't imagine that. I don't have a child that is exhibiting those behaviors. I have family members, but I'm firm. Even with my children, dude, you're not bringing your partner here. I don't want to hear about your dealings. You keep that over there, and when you come here, you're gonna respect me. If not, don't come around. It's that simple.
Yeah. I agree.
That's
I'm
simple.
trying to find it. I'm trying to find the karate kick
Of
video, but
course
I'll
you
be able to
are.
find it.
Of course you are.
I'll find it and post it on my on our somewhere in the middle Instagram page.
Hey, people just see me doing an awesome kick.
She did pretty good. No, she did pretty good. I was impressed. I was impressed.
It looks like one of
She
your
got some
streams is
air.
having connection issues. Uh-oh. Well, one of our streams is down. I don't know which one it is. Oh, well. It's all good. Thanks for hanging out with us on this Friday Night Live, guys.
Don't
We
forget
didn't get to
subscribe
do
to the channel.
Yeah, we didn't get to do any of the topics. The topics we have are really good. I promise.
Yeah.
We're gonna pick a day to come back and discuss all the latest news, etc.
Yeah. And we forgot to load specific images of our merch. But if you guys want to buy merch, please visit this website by scanning this QR code. It'll take you straight there. I believe Judy said she's going to go buy a mug when she gets paid. So that's
Hey.
awesome. So yeah, we have some cheaper items on there for you guys if you want to buy something a little bit less expensive. And if you want to donate to the channel, the QR code in the top left-hand corner is where you do that. I believe.
Donate.
Is it? Hold on. Why does that say USA.gov? Don't be clicking on that. Don't be donating to the government. Just in
Government?
case that QR code doesn't work, if you want to donate via Venmo, we have a somewhere in the middle page on Venmo you can donate to. Make sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to us on Instagram, subscribe to us here, and let us know what you thought about today's show. Like, drop a comment after the live, and we appreciate it as always.
Let us know how we did.
Yeah. Mother's and Father's Day gifts. Excellent, Jacqueline.
Ooh, see, Jacqueline, we need to bring you on board, okay? Because I don't think it's stuff like that. I
Yep.
really don't.
Maybe she could be our customer service person.
Maybe you can come do it, Jack.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm gonna hit your inbox.
too bad we didn't jump on a good Easter shirt. There was like something like pull your huevos out of like little Easter eggs, but say huevos out of your wife's purse and and make them little Easter eggs. That would have been cute. Next Easter.
Maybe next Easter.
Yeah.
Has Easter passed?
No, it's Good Friday. Easter Sunday's this Sunday.
Oh, I don't celebrate that stuff.
Yeah.
Listen, never mind.
That's the devil.
I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna do one of Bryson's. Let me shut up. Never mind. People get sensitive when you start talking about their beloved holidays. But I'm gonna run a quick commercial and then we're gonna get out of here. But peace out, you guys. I hope you have a good one.
Bye guys. Love you.
That definitely didn't go like I was planning it to go. I don't know why the freak it looks like that. But if you want to go check out the merch, there is some awesome merch. Here's a few of them. You didn't get to see all of them in that video. I got to fix that. It was rather embarrassing. We also have beanies, scullies, cups. Go get the merch.